Football. I'm joined by Lee Greening as the Devils host Redan, who've been a bogey side for the Devils over the last few seasons, Lee, with 4 wins from their last 5 mates.
Yeah, it's a great stat, and they just match up really well. They're quick and use the ball, and they could really spread Darley on this big ground here today.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Devils start. Of course, Redan never really gave them a sniff at their last meet. We saw last year, of course, no Luther Baker in that game, or no Billy Myers, but of course Redan were without Lockie George. But just up to 10 under-19 players, including 2 under-17s representing the Lions today. So as far as the age profile goes and experience, the Devils have got the upper hand, and not to mention as the reigning premiers.
Yeah, that's right. I think you said the start's going to be important. Darley have started really well. They're a couple of home games this year, so if Redan can stick with them early, I think they can run this game out pretty strong.
Well, Redan will kick to the right of screen in the opening turn. The Devils to the golf club end. Lincoln Barnes back into the side today. Of course, the injured Daniel Bond out. Joel Cadman out for the Devils in Dylan Beecham. You'll see him, the number 27 in the ruck as we get planned away. First tap out to Beecham. Got it to Baker. Went by hand to Bewley. The reigning Henderson medalist went by hand to Denham. So the 3 mids combined. The pressure was good from Jess to disable Denham. Beecham went to ground. Ground ball opportunity here for Douglas, who knocked it forward. Chance here for Lee. Searching hand pass. Over the top, able to sit for Barnes, the racehorse under the left boot. Forward 50, inside entry, and Bell's taken the mark. What an encouraging start for the Lions. Of course, Bell with 17 goals from the opening 4 rounds. And Redan's leading forward, off to a flyer. Lee with a shot on goal.
Yeah, it was a great kick into the forward line there. Darley had the front position, but the kick was perfectly weighted.
So it'll be Bell from a 45-degree angle. Oh, and he's hit the post. A let off there for the Devils. Given the nature of a young group, albeit Redan, that just would have had them all up and about against the reigning premiers inside the opening minute, Lee.
Yeah, it would have been a very nice start for them.
Matthew Brett to bring the ball back into play. Came broadcast side, went over the head of Bewley. Forced it after a good game last week. Gathered cleanly, went by hand to Johnson. Inside out kick was, well, he's meant to get more purchase on it, but bouncing ball found Inglis in the end. Kick with the outside of the right boot. Wirtz was terrific, knocked it to the advantage of Broadbent, who came broadcast side to half back. At the fly there was Jack Bewley, couldn't gather, went to ground, and they combined by handball here, Redan through short. He got it to Fitzgibbon, kick meant for Collins, the Sandringham Dragons representative. He puts the tackle on Fawcett, but the umpire will come in and effect a ball up on half forward broadcast side for the Devils. Opening 2 minutes here, Redan with the only score of the game through Bell and a clear forward 50 entry. So it'll be Douglas who won that tap at the restart. George through traffic, bailed up. Was dispossessed, fell into the hands of Beecham. Hurried kick, hopeful rather than anything else. Gee, Wright got a leg break there. Bit of a classic warning gadding ball as Jess, as he's noted for, just threw the ball onto the boot, got it to broadcast centre wing. Intercept mark taken there by Fawcett. So the youngster had his best game last week at the level, goes with the left foot towards the attacking 50. Bewley in front, right at the back, couldn't take the mark. Chance here for Jess, who's tackled, taken to the ground by Denham, who's so in and under an important cog for the Devils. Another experienced player. Half that contest away. There'll be a ball up on half forward. So it'll be Beecham. Douglas again with the tap. Got it to the youngster there in Mortlock. Tumbling kick to broadcast centre wing, close up against the boundary line. Collins with his first opportunity, ball to boot. Green did well. Outpointed Duncan Cadman on that occasion, has been paid the mark. So he kicked 5 goals against Melton South, and he gave it to the running Jess, who went out wide there towards Bell with a squaring kick, but it was cut off well there by Andy Azzopardi, who has welcomed himself into the game. Didn't get much on the kick. Fitzgibbon dropped what he should have taken. Devils have got numbers here. And they combine through Matthew Brett, who speared the ball to outer centre wing. Meant for Inglis, but the boundary line beat them all over the line for a throw-in through outer side centre wing.
Yeah, moving the ball well, Dan. They've had a couple of entered into the forward 50. Pretty Bell-focused early, but he's not far off the mark. Good start.
3.5 minutes gone opening term. It's Redan who lead by a point. Ground ball, Bewley, the pursuant, denies Redan an exit, and there'll be a ball up. So we'll keep you updated with scores right around the region this afternoon. Sebastopol at home to Bacchus Marsh. Lakers hosting East Point. Sunbury and North Ballarat should be an interesting one. And Ballarat are down the road taking on Melton. Swarm of players around the footy. Just one of those. Trying to release by hand. Didn't get enough purchase on it. Just knocked it back into the swarm of players. Hurry kick there from Gunser. Just speared off the side of the boot and rolled over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, it's interesting to see lots of numbers around the ball early in the game, 10, 12, even more players around that contest. So whichever team can be cleaner out of that contest and move the ball will probably get plenty of opportunities.
Pictures coming to you live from behind the glass at Darley's new social club here. Another stalemate prevails. There'll be a ball up out of side centre wing as both sides just finding their feet. Perfect conditions for football. Ground in perfect condition. Ball up. Tap. We'll give that to Douglas. Chance here for Bewley through traffic. Got around Lee and ran away from Douglas. Onto that left boot he goes. Inside 50. Now right's the target. He's got it. Terrific overhead mark there from right. 45 metres out from goal. Went to go and then went back and corrected the kick across the body. Able to sit here for Jack Bewley. He's got a chance. He's got a couple to beat, including the boundary line. And he, with ball in hand, rushed it over the line for a boundary throw-in, 20 metres around from the Darley goal.
Yeah, really strong grab there by right up forward. And for the young fella to get a big mark in the hands early, will only do his confidence the world of good.
Darley into attack here, looking to impact the scoreboard. Use of the body was good from Myers. Opened the door for Adam Asapati. Might have caught one high. Umpire let it go. Fired the hand pass out to Baker. Bailed up by Jess. Dropped it in the end. Umpire called play on. Bees to a honeypot. Whistle imminent. And there'll be a ball up. Just inside Darley's forward 50. Redan with the only score. Near 6 minutes gone. Opening term. Arm wrestle of sorts here. Ball up. Tap one by Wirtz. Chance here for Myers. Cop one high. How will the umpire adjudicate? No, he was just obscured with a Redan player in front of him. Didn't see the contact, but Myers was going to ground in fairness. Ball up. Tap one by, well, it was Wirtz at the end with the weight of possession. Ground ball again. Just got, ball was thrown out by Bewley to Adam Asapati, who kicks it across the body. Has he snuck it in? He has. Yeah, a bit of reward there for Darley's pressure in the last 3 or 4 minutes here with the ball predominantly played in their front half. Adam Asapati breaks the shackles for the Devils just inside 7 minutes. He gets his first, as to do Darley. They're 1 goal straight 6. They lead Redan 1 behind.
Yeah, it was a good goal through traffic. There was plenty of bodies up around that ball. You can see Redan pushing their forwards high up the ground. It's caused a lot of stoppages. There's been 8 or 9 stoppages in the first 6 minutes of the game. So to get a goal through that traffic was a great result for Darley.
And of course, Bewley with the goal assist. And the youngster, Adam Asapati, progressive type. Ball up. Back in the middle of the ground here. The Devils in front at Darley Park. Douglas again, but there's that man again, Bewley. Tumbling kick, speaking of Brett, towards the attacking 50. Tack on the footy was good there from Matricardi. Got it to Bishop, back to Matricardi. Tumbling kick to an open pocket. Right, the pursuant. Boundary line beat he and Wirtz over the line for a throw in. So the experienced Wirtz on the up-and-comer right. That'll be a good battle. We saw Wirtz and Sutton going head-to-head in round 1 at City Oval, Lee.
Yeah, it should be a great battle.
Ball in. Excellent use of the body there by Myers. But the kick's awry off to the left and through for a minor score. Darley's first blemish of the afternoon.
Yeah, you talk about battles like that one there. And if Wirtz can get him one-on-one and a bit of a wrestle, he's going to be really hard to beat. If Darley can get a bit of space and separation, get it to him at a high point, he's really hard to outmark, right?
Darley 1-1-7, Redan 1 behind. So the ball will come back into play. Penetrating left foot kick. There's the fly for McNamara. Couldn't take it. Ball fell into the hands of Jack Bewley. Fired the hand pass out to Adam Asapati. Went to the voice of Ankrum and found him. Got it to Beach and back to Ankrum. Dribbling kick. Forced it out to stop and prop before he was down there by George. Bishop was clean. Got the hand pass over there towards Crawford. His hand pass found Jack Bewley, but he was in traffic and was dispossessed. The pressure from Crawford was terrific to square that contest away, and then we ball up on half forward broadcast side for the Devils.
Yeah, hot start by both teams. Plenty of bodies around the ball, and I reckon they'd both be pretty happy at this stage.
Tap one by Douglas. Scramble opportunity for Mortlock. He's bailed up there by Bewley, and the umpire will come in and effect a pull up. So, predominant or weighted possession in Darley's front half in this opening stanza. Baker with the tackle on Jess. A couple of left footers. Squaring away another stoppage. So the umpires had a bit of it in the opening half of this first term. To the outside went Bewley, fired it into Spiteri. Kick into the goal square. Players set themselves. Myers couldn't take the mark. Right, quick hands to Bishop. Cross the money. Snuck it through for another. Back-to-back goals for the Devils. And the small forwards get it done.
Yeah, hats off to Spiteri then. He could have had a bit of a blaze from that pocket, but he sent the ball up. When he got right, Myers in the goal square. Bit of height, bit of strength. Sent it up. Brought the ball to ground. Bishop front and square. Nice play by Darley.
And when you're a small pressure forward, like the likes of Spiteri and Bishop, and on occasions Adam Azzopardi when he's not running through the midfield, you do get limited opportunity. So when you're not tackling and pressuring, you really have to make the most of them, especially around goal. Darley lead by 12 points, 10 minutes gone. Back at the restart, we'll give that tap to Douglas. Jess had it knocked out of his possession. Chance here for Mortlock. Tackle taken to the ground by Beecham. Loose ball gathered by Adam Azzopardi. Now Jack Bewley. He's been around the contest a bit already this afternoon. He's been okay, and the kick didn't let him down. Found Matt Riccardi. Twisted Matthews inside out and gave it to Andy Azzopardi, who ran to half forward, kick into the pocket. The two big guns, Myers and Wright. The former gathered, did the roving and ran into an open goal. And Myers gets his first. And ominous signs for Redan as Darley start to gain the upper hand here at Darley Park.
Yeah, and the blink of an eye, Darley just finding space everywhere in the last 2 or 3 plays up the ground. And, you know, Redan to that younger, quickish team, but I think it would hold him in good stead if they could just get hold of the footy for a few minutes here and slow it down a fraction.
Yeah, it is tough aerially. If they get the ball in quick, Darley, you've got Myers and Wright to contend with, and of course a feverish small forward brigade that have all had good starts to the season. So we're back at the start. Douglas has tried hard early, won the tap, went to the advantage of George, who couldn't gather. Ball shoveled out by Matt Riccardi. Got it to Brett Bewley, who went by hand to Crawford. Right foot kick inside 50. Right at the back, and he's got it. Just ushered his man under the footy. Speak of Jacob Short. And Wright just too tall, no pun intended, for Short. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal here. And the chance for the Devils to kick their 4th goal in 5 minutes.
Yeah, a bit of a horror start for Dan. They sort of started the game really well. That first couple of minutes had a couple of shots at goal without capitalising.
And the kick from Wright makes no mistake. Confidence up for the young fella after he was a bit awry at the meeting against Bacchus Marsh a fortnight ago where he kicked 1 goal 5. He's on song early here with a couple of grabs and a goal. And Darley extend. Tick over 12 minutes gone in this opening term here. Darley 4-1-25. Really flexing their muscles. Redan 1 behind. And Brett Bewley already the leading possession winner on the ground, Lee.
Yeah, no surprises there. They've been really clean with the ball the last 5 minutes, Darley, and it's shown on the scoreboard.
Can the young Lions respond? Johnson into the ruck, but it didn't deny Douglas another hit out. Ground ball opportunity here. Chance for Baker. Had it knocked away from him by Collins. Good as a kick. Got it to the attacking 50. Now Ward was clean. The hand pass was under pressure, but it got to Lahura, who got it to Denham. Left-hand hand pass went back into traffic. Was gathered there by Douglas before he was tackled and taken to the ground. And there'll be a ball up. Darley lead by 24 points. What a last 5 minutes of footy we had from the Devils. Hurried kick out of the congestion from Collins. Forward 50 entry here for the Lions. Was gathered there by Brett, and the kick was terrific. And found Crawford, who took a strong overhead mark. He played on, went with the right boot to half forward. Through the hands of Bishop he went. Would have been a push against Fitzgibbon and paid by the umpire. So it's Bishop now. He'll weigh up the options, and they're up and about. They could have gone to Baker in the middle, but he elected to go with the hand pass to Matt Riccardi. Kick meant for Adam Azzopardi. Wasn't the best kick. Somehow the ball is not really where the Devils would want, given where Bishop was originally. They find themselves at the boundary, throwing 60 metres away from their goal. Douglas front spot. Collins gathered again and got it to George, who went with the left boot, tumbling one at that. Went along the line. Brody Ward couldn't gather. Who could? Marty Boyer through traffic, the lefty. He'll go with the right-hand hand pass. Loose ball opportunity here for Jess. Wanted the push. Collapsed in front of his Darley opponent and got it. Matthew Brett, of course. And there'll be a free kick here to Kai Jess, the former Ballarat Rebel. Promising type. So he'll just sit the ball up towards Boyer. Good use of the body there from Lahure. Out-pointed Boyer on that occasion. He's opposite number.
It's a bit of an up and under kick, wasn't it? Didn't give him a whole lot of opportunity there.
So to be Lahure, who's obviously got the job on Boyer this afternoon, goes to outer centre wing. Right the fly. They got numbers here. Redan. But Ward played the percentages. Speak of Mitch. Soccer off the ground, found Johnson, who was clean. Hand pass was well read there by Inglis, who coughed it up to Broadbent, who got it to Mortlock. Searching hand pass over towards George, who'll go with the left boot. Had to be good, and it was, and found Collins, who presented on outer centre wing. He lowered the eyes, had the ball bent forward. Carroll had it knocked away from him. There was some terrific vision shown there by Collins. And he's going to get it back here. Oh, he couldn't hang on to the mark chance. So Boyer, he had it knocked away from him. Could have been held in the end. Umpire called play on. Chance here for Brodie Ward. He got it to Matthew Brett, who couldn't gather cleanly. Opened the door for the Lions. Jess might have copped one high. His hurried kick was cut off by Ankrum. He'll come broadcast side with the right boot. Spiteri, the target. Fitzgibbon, the pursuant. Oh, that was a good tackle. That's holding the ball every day of the week. And the central umpire picked that up. And Spiteri pinged there by Fitzgibbon. Just took the arm away and made it hard for Spiteri.
Really, really good tackle.
So deep into attack you go. Brett in the front spot. Couldn't take the mark. Umpires picked out a free kick for over the shoulder. He'll go to Matthew Brett, who just did his own umpiring then momentarily. And he played on with the right boot. Gave himself the free kick. And found Inglis. Normally pinpoint by foot. Brett, excellent kick as Inglis went towards Crawford. It was outpointed there by George on that occasion. And a chance for a repeat entry here for the Lions. Right foot kick into the pocket. Presenting there was Gunsa. He was pretty good, so too the tackle there from Inglis. He was ushered over the line for a boundary throw-in. 35 metres around from the Redan goal.
Yeah, Darley have got himself set up really good behind the ball. They're pushing that extra number back. Redan are going to have to lower their eyes, have a look around and make sure they hit a target.
They need a goal. In front was Johnson. He won that tap. Follow-up work was terrific. Did his own roving and got it to Mitch Ward. Tumbling kick towards half-back. Ground ball opportunity for Wright. Had it knocked away from him by Mortlock. The youngster got it to Collins, who started well. Right foot kick to the top of the goal square. Lahure at the back. And that's twice he's outpointed Boyer. He's an improved player, Lahure. So he was off then. And Boyer had every right to put a hand on Lahure. So the short kick had to be good, and it was, and it found Denham. So Denham with ball in hand can continue the chain with a short to Brett if he likes. Now he's under the pump, but he want to be good to get away from Barnes. He's found in the stall gift, if you don't mind. The kick, Adam has a party cop one high and paid by the umpire. Saw that. So he's got Brodie Ward short if he wants. He can go back to Brett. Well, that was dangerous. He'll even go back further afield. And he'll find Lahure. So now they've got the overlap. If he can get it over the top, that's a clever kick. And they're out here, the Devils. Matt Triccardi, you need to be good here by foot. So he got plenty on the kick towards Inglis. Had a couple to beat. Numbers prevail, and it's going to come back here. Barnes gathered. Chip over the top. The kick was okay. And it'll be Gunsa with ball in hand. Onto that beautiful left foot out in the bell direction and got him. Paid the push. It was the right call by the umpire. Bell presented in front of Brett, much to Brett's surprise. And 50-metre penalty for just verbally disagreeing, I think, dissent or whatever you want to call it.
I think so.
And Bell will go back and kick. He's first, Redan's first, and he's 18th of the season, and they're on the board. Redan 1-1-7, trail Darley 4-1-25. And a much-needed goal, albeit an understatement. Lee, 18 and a half minutes into this first term.
No, it was. And when you look at it back, Darley only had that 5-minute patch where Redan nearly didn't touch the ball. Apart from that, it hasn't been all one-way traffic, but Redan's ball movement is so much better then. Presented to a leading forward, it's going to be a mark or a free kick instead of the long bomb in, which Darley have just repelled too easily.
Yeah, Matt Riccardi had a paddock and went to Inglis with a sort of nearly a 2-on-1, and there could have been another option provided there. Well, what makes it a great game? Green out of the ruck, sends Redan into attack. Bouncing ball, grabbed shark there by Lahure, who was clean. Got it to Fawcett, who got it to Brett. Further hand pass to Brett. Bewley ran into Carroll. Umpire called play on. Chance here for Lee. Had to stop and prop under the foot. He bailed up there by Spiteri. And there'll be a ball up. Half forward broadcast side for Redan.
Yeah, the handball to Bewley there was probably one too many. If it's not Bewley, you probably don't give it, but how do you not give the ball to the bloke?
Ball up, tap one by Green, only as far as Beecham. He got it to Bewley through traffic, was hopeful rather than anything else. A little knock there from Collins, only went as far as Andy has a party. The ball's going to come back. Free kick to Bishop.
Been lively.
Yeah, and has kicked a goal, so he'll go along the line. Myers the target, went over the back of Heames. Head bounced in on in over the line for a throw-in adjacent to the Darley coach's box, and there'll be a throw-in here. Tick over 20 minutes gone opening term. The Devils lead by 18 points. 4 individual goal scorers for Darley. Bell has Redan's only goal. Now, here's Bishop, the man you speak of earlier there, Lee. Hand pass through traffic. Inglis was clean with an awkward bounce and got it over towards Crawford. He got around the would-be tackler, set the ball in the Bewley direction, and he's got it. Yeah, just had enough weight on the kick, went over the outstretched hands of Wirtz. And the reigning dual Henderson medalist Brett Bewley will go back and have a shot on goal and put some cherry on top for this impressive start to his game this afternoon.
Yeah, well, we know he accumulates lots of possessions and lots of forward movement, but to be able to push forward and hit the scoreboard is a great asset.
Goal umpire thought it was for him, and it was, but it went sailing over his head, straight through the middle, and Brett Bewley gets his first. Darley get their fifth. And the response on the back of that Bell goal, the Devils steady. They're 5-1-31. They lead Redan 1-1-7.
And as you mentioned before, Todd, I think Darley will be pretty happy with 5 goals early in the first quarter and 5 individual goal kickers, sharing the ball around, getting plenty of options up forward. That's going to cause lots of headaches for Redan throughout this game.
Let's go around the grounds. Sebastopol 2-1-13, trail Bacchus Marsh 4-2-26. Lake Windaree 3-2-20, lead East Point 2 straight 12. Sunbury 2-2-14, lead North Ballarat 3 behinds. So we've got a couple of interesting scenarios going on. No score out of Melton and Ballarat at this stage. We'll keep you posted. But here at Darley Park, 5 goal scorers for the Devils. Adam Azzopardi, Bishop, Myers, Wright and Brett Bewley. Bell has the sole major for Redan. 24-point lead of the Devils. 22 minutes gone opening term. Ball up. Tap one by Green, who's gone into the ruck. Barnes did the sharking. Tackled, taken to the ground by Brett Bewley, and there'll be a ball up. So it'll be Green and Beecham. Give that tap to Green. Bishop went through, got a little bit of the ball and found Brett Bewley. But, he left the ground and a swarm of Redan players waiting for him at ground level. Green was one of those, so too Fitzgibbon. Bishop in and under again. There'll be a ball up. Tap one by Green. Bewley just pushed Barnes off the footy, allowed Baker into it. Missed Jack Bewley with the handball. Opened the door for Gunser. Tumbling kick to half forward. Hit Boyer's shins, the big fella. Now doing the sharking there was Collins, who was clean. Set the ball into attack. George at the back. Ankrum in front. And rewarded for that front position was Jake Ankrum. And he'll take the resultant free kick as Denham presents. That kick always has to be good, Lee, that 45.
Yeah, you can make yourself look really silly if it's not.
So he comes wide. This one needs to be good too, and it was. And found Lahure just inside their defensive 50, the Devils. The right foot kick goes towards right. It was pushed. Umpire saw it. Short, a little bit disappointed with that, but there was enough in that push. So right wastes no time. Goes in the Bewley direction. He'll get onto his left boot. Outpointed Boyer on that occasion. Tumbling kick to an open half forward line, and Inglis presented. Gee, just happens to get in the right place at the right time, Inglis. And he'll go back and, well, he'll have a shot from wherever he is. 5 metres out, 55 metres out, but whatever is presented in front of him, he's always going to struggle with the distance.
That's true. The ball didn't come really cleanly off Bewley's boot then, but a bit of a helicopter, but he read it really well.
Yep, and a clean mark. I mean, while it was just an old school test mark, some of those aren't easy to hang on to. So Harley Inglis
Struck it well.
goal umpire. Straight over his head, and Darley get another through a 6th Avenue at goal. And they extend 6-1-37. They lead Redan 1-1-7. We've got a 30-point ball game here at Darley Park. Tick over 24 minutes gone, opening term.
Yeah, Darley's efficiency going forward is off the charts at the moment. Inside 50s, both teams, fairly similar, I would think. But for Darley to get shots on goal, they kick 6 goals, 1 accuracy helps as well. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, good call, Lee. Goals per inside 50. Yeah, off the charts for the Devils. And they were over 50% last week too against Ballarat. Ground ball opportunity here for Baker. Bewley went without it. Speak of Jack on that occasion. Shark there by Beecham. He coughed it up to Gunso, who just threw the ball onto the boot. Presenting off half forward there was George, who took a nice mark at knee level. Diving chest mark, wasted no time. Penetrating kick in the Bell direction. Brett at the front couldn't take the mark. Bell went to ground. Quick hand pass into the direction there of McNamara. Chose to look back. How about the vision? Was terrific.
Yeah, really clever.
And found Gunsa. He'd fancy himself at City Oval, but over on that low side at Darley Park, it can be quite a long kick. So he'll go short to George. He's about 51 metres out from goal. So Redan's fortunes on the back of the weight George has got to carry today. He's quite the accumulator. He'll kick from half forward. Got plenty on the kick. Has he got the journey? He hasn't, but Bell, it was Grant who waited under it. Green it was. He's gathered and bailed up there by Beecham. And there'll be a ball up. 10 metres out from the Redan goal. Gee, they'd want one here in time on here, Lee, the Lions.
26-minute mark would be a timely goal if they can just stay in touch with one here, Redan.
So Brett was tackled, taken to the ground. There'll be a ball up. Swarm of players around the footy. Beecham won the tap. Brett Bewley the gather, composed, and then went with the left boot to an open half-back line, but it's all Redan through Matthews. Ordinary hand pass made it hard for Barnes. That was a clever knock-on towards Matthews, who gathered. Did he keep it in? He did. Conceded by hand to Bell, but the kick was poor. And Brett Bewley, who's got his own ball at the moment, went to Denham, put him under the pump. Tackled by Farnsworth. Inglis is hot. Loose ball. Bewley forced to make a bit of amends through his sort of errant hand pass. While it was effective, there was some oncoming traffic to put the pressure on Lee.
Yeah, once again, probably one too many.
Tap one by Beecham, only as far as Farnsworth. Umpires picked out a free kick here. It's going to go to George. And that last kick that we saw him do, it would suggest that he's marginally closer with this kick. So distance not beyond him.
No, and he's straight dead set in front of goal, which always helps.
Former Williamstown representative will kick from 52 metres. Got plenty on the kick.
Same kick.
Right to the top of the goal square. Thumped through for a rush behind by Duncan Cadman. They've got plenty of fish on the footy. Now Matthew Brett wastes no time, and Bewley in between George and Carroll, if you don't mind. Short kick from Bewley was good. Found Adam Azzopardi, who went into the middle and found Denham. Just plays the old-fashioned cinnamon roll there. Denham plays the old diamond, and he moves forward. The kick was okay to right.
Good mark for the big fella there, down amongst his ankles.
Yep, and he wastes no time. Kick across the body out towards Myers. How will it sit for him? Well, it won't. As the ball bounced over the line for a throw-in, and the Devils will get a stoppage in their forward line, some 20 metres around from their goal. And they've pretty much gone coast to coast on the back of that rush behind. So no Joel Cadman today. Dylan Beecham in for Cadman. So there'll be a throw in here. Darley into attack. Johnson won the tap. Gathered there by Baker. His hand pass was meant for Myers. Pressure was enough on Baker to deny an effective handball, and Mortlock was happy to hold it up. And the umpire will Throw it up. Tap one by Myers through the hands of Bewley. Now Jess went with the outside of the right boot. Didn't get any purchase. Brett Bewley gathered. Got it to Johnson. Laconic hand pass found Denham, who went into the pocket. Mint went over the head of Adam as a party. Inglis with the outside of the right boot. Don't tell me he has.
He's kicked it.
He's done it. Inglis gets his second, becomes the first multiple goal scorer of the afternoon. And something out of nothing from Inglis.
Yeah, just ticking over the 29-minute mark here. Redan to be really disappointed with coughing up a goal this late in the first quarter. Couple opportunities late. Couldn't quite make the distance. Sort of got themselves back in the hunt a little bit with a bit of ball use, but to give a goal up with seconds to go in the first quarter is disappointing.
And again, time spent inside the Devils' 50 is just becoming a score, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, they're rampant in their front half, the Devils.
And it's just quick ball use. We've said one too many a couple of times, but they're moving the ball really quick.
Ball up, tap one by Douglas, who's won the majority of the taps this afternoon. Jack Bewley fired the hand pass out to Beecham. He went with it with one hand, cut off there by Farnsworth. Went to the outside, looking there towards Fitzgibbon and found him onto the right boot. The experienced winger come half back, kicked it towards the attacking 50. Adam Azzopardi read it well. It was Andy, in fact, who got it to Denham, who got it to Bewley. Now searching hand pass towards Adam Azzopardi was terrific. He outported Myers, who got it back to Denham. Lowered the eyes and went to half forward. That was good play by the Devils. And Jack Bewley's taken a mark 50 metres out from goal. He can chicken it over the top. And guess who? It's Harley Inglis. He'd bob up in your soup at the moment, Inglis. He'll go back and have a shot on goal 40 metres out.
They just had unmarked man right across the park there, Darley. It was probably a fraction easier, you would think, Todd.
Well, Inglis played 3 games last year, won a flag, and he's been instrumental. He's featured in the best a couple of times already. So what a find for the Devils to have him back going around. Of course, you know, he's played a lot of footy for the Devils, but had some time out of the game.
He'll kick after the siren here.
What a start for the Devils. They've kicked 7-1, if you don't mind. So Inglis for a chance to kick goal number 3. Kicks on its way.
It's close.
This goal umpire hasn't had a lot of moving to do in this opening term, and the pattern stays the same, and Darley get another here at Darley Park. Their 8th of the term. Inglis has got 3. They're 8-1-49. They lead Redan 1 goal to 8. Unbelievable. Leroy.
We'll go through the goal kicks quickly. We'll start with Darley. As I said, 6 individual goal kickers amongst their 8 goals. Adam Azzopardi with a goal. Bishop a goal. Myers, Wright and Brett Bewley with 1. And Inglis with 3. 2 of those come in the last minute of the first quarter.
Well, for fear of mentioning the quiet Devils players, it'd actually be quicker to do that than it would their best, because the list has been long and distinguished with contributions, a very dominant opening term from the Devils. Well, it took them about the best part of 7 minutes to kick their first. So they've kicked 8 goals in 23 minutes, if you don't mind, Lee. And you touched on that efficiency in their front half, because Redan had some moments of theirs.
They did. At the moment, Darley look like scoring every time they go forward. They're moving the ball quick. I think having Myers up forward full time has helped Wright, give him a bit of confidence, and, probably doesn't take the best forward, which helps. Redan have had their chances. They've moved the ball. They've had plenty of inside 50s. They've probably bombed the ball in, which doesn't help their forwards. When they've lowered the eyes, they've had a couple of shots on goal. But, impressive the Devils so far today.
We'll go around the grounds and stick with us throughout the breaks too via the Red Onion Vision on the BFNL Match Centre. Of course, highlights from Darley's previous games and also Redan's, and of course the top 5 from previous rounds. So a bit of a highlights reel coming up for you throughout the breaks this afternoon. So stick with us via the BFNL Match Centre. Scores from around the region before a break. Sebastopol 2-1-13, trailed Bacchus Marsh 4-5-29. Melton 1 goal straight 6, trailed Ballarat 1-2-8. Lake Windaree 3-2-20, trail East Point 4 goals straight 24. And Sunbury 3-3-21, lead North Ballarat 4 behinds. A break and back with the second term action in about 10 minutes' time. It's Darley who lead by 41 points.
Two all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
The Big Mac is the original mouthful. A one-of-a-kind flavour that now comes in 3 sizes.
If you can say,
To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
in 4 seconds, you can win a free small fries and Coke.
Corned beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Welcome back to Darley Park ahead of the second quarter action. It's the Devils who lead by 41 points. Devils kicking to the right of screen now. George, who was Redan's leading possession winner in the opening term, fired the ball, shallow entry inside 50, meant for Bell. Lahure got some purchase with the spoil. Brett gathered but ran out of space. Over the line, boundary throw in. So Redan got the first score of the afternoon, albeit a point. But it's pretty much been Darley from the 7-minute mark onwards here this afternoon. Denham with the tackle, and they're up and about. And we were just chatting in the break, Lee, and you mentioned that word, too much firepower, or that phrase, too much firepower, and you've hit the nail on the head as a reflection of that opening term. Beecham's hurried kick out of the congestion only went as far as Fitzgibbon. He's got Wirtz to the outside, but he goes further afield. Found Gunzer. So he'll sweep onto that noted left foot. He knows how to accumulate too, this kid. So Darley got numbers here. Beecham in front, read it well. Darley protected the ball drop and Beecham, and he marked it. He played on, gave it to Brett Bewley, who had double figures plus in the opening term. Sweeping hand pass from Matthew Brett, got it to Duncan Cadman. Short kick found Ankrum, took the mark in front of Kelson. Squaring kick to 45, made it hard for Denham. They've taken on a few of those kicks, and it was a rarity that it hasn't come off this afternoon. It's only going to be a matter of time, that 45 kick, but finally came undone because Darley been pretty clean, Lee.
Yeah, they have, and it actually worked for them. They've had a couple not quite work, but they keep trying to move the ball quickly. They're going to give their forwards lots of opportunities.
Ball up, Douglas and Beecham. Beecham won that tap, straight down Baker's throat. He gave it to Bewley, went to go onto the right, back onto the left. Pressure was okay from Collins. Mortlock got a push. Umpire called play on. Excellent tackle pressure there from Wright. Square away that contest. And there'll be a ball up on true centre wing broadcast sign.
Yeah, he's been impressive, right? The second effort there after the mark didn't come off to double up. Cause a stoppage. Good effort.
Ball up. It'll be Douglas and Beecham. Douglas the fly. Won that tap. Tried to get at the advantage of Jess. Gathered there was Jack Bewley. Ridden into the ground. Fairly, said the umpire, and there'll be a ball up. Just inside the boundary line. Centre wing. Inglis and Broadbent just having a little how you going. Ball up. Tap one there by Douglas. Chance of Baker. Quick hands was good. Got it to Bewley. Speak of Jack under pressure. Was well done there by Johnson to keep it in front of him. And then Jack Bewley's follow-up work. He caught one over the shoulder. Umpire played the advantage to Johnson. It's going to come back here. It's going to come back to Jack Bewley, who's got Johnson leading in front of us here, but he'll elect to go into the middle of the ground to Lahure, who was good in that opening term on Boyer. Gee, nearly let us down with a terrible kick. Opened the door here for Redan despite the outnumber. Well, they'll prevail in the end and they'll get out of trouble here, the Devils, through Baker. He took a bounce and ran away from Green and went onto that notable left boot out wide towards Ward, who gathered in front of Lee on the non-preferred, the kick in the Adam Azzopardi direction. The dangerous Fatiri gathered, but he was tackled, taken to the ground there by Kelson. Bailed up and denied an exit, and there'll be a ball up 50 metres out from the Darley goal. And in the background there, you'll see that scoreboard, 49 plays 8 Gramble, Farnsworth, that was Gunser, spent it before he got it, but Farnsworth was then pinged by Brett Bewley, who wouldn't be out of range here. We saw Lockie George get very close from a similar position in that first quarter. Both players prodigious kicks. Of course, George to the right and Brett on the left. Speak of Brett Bewley, who has ball in hand and clearly the leading possession winner on the ground, Luke.
Yeah, he just racks up positions at will.
So he'll kick from outside 50. High kick, will get into the goal square. The big men fly. Johnson was one of those. Who was waiting at ground level? Well, Johnson did his own sharking. Myers had it knocked away from him. Desperate times here. Inglis over the footy, bailed up there by Kelson. And the umpire will come in and effect a ball up. 25 metres away from the Darley goal. So the pressure from Redan good in these opening minutes of this second term. Despite the one-sided nature of the scoreboard, Brett Bewley somehow got a hand pass to Jack Bewley on the left. Gee, that would have been a ripper as he bounced off the would-be tackler there in Jess and had a shot on goal with the left and missed to the near side. A rare blemish, albeit an outside chance. What a terrific kick there from Gunser, meant for Mortlock. The spoil at the back there was good. Chance here for Inglis, set the ball forward in the right direction. Able to sit there for him. The big fella, he's got it. Shot on goal off to the left and a minor score. Gee, that was a heavy collision. Mortlock still eligible for the under-17s, the youngster. Was hit hard. And there's a devil down as Gunser runs away with that left boot. Out wide, went over the head of Ankrum. Foot race on in earnest. And he has a party. Nearly spent it before he got it. Then he gathered and got it to Baker. Hand pass in the Ankrum direction. Now back to Baker. Now he goes onto the left boot and towards the attacking 50. Inglis at the back. He's always dangerous. Swarm of Redan plays around the footy, short one of those, and the umpire will come in and effect a ball up. So Duncan Cadman, gee, he meant Mortlock heavy with that aerial contest on half forward for the Devils, and he just came off a little worse for wear, maybe a bit winded. He seems okay now. Warrior, Duncan Cadman, of course. Who could forget the 2022 season when he was KO'd by the umpire at a warm-up, if you don't mind. Ball up. Tap one by Beecham on that occasion to Denham at ground level. Umpire called play on. Whistle imminent. And there'll be a ball up 50 metres out from the Darley goal. So similar to the opening term, both sides just finding their feet in the opening 7 minutes again. Loose ball opportunity here for Farnsworth. He couldn't gather, neither could Ward, but he kept it in front of him. He backed himself in and got a hand on the footy. Bewley went to bend and gather, but it ricocheted off his shin. Gee, they're going in hard there, both sides at the moment. Chance here for Carroll, who fired the hand pass, meant for Lee, but the umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to come back, and it's going to go to Redan. It's going to go to Gunser, who's had his fair share of the footy, the youngster. And he'll go onto that trusty left boot to Fitzgibbon. He'll be right at home on a wing, and he has ball in hand. He could go back to Short, who's normally a beautiful example of the left boot. So he goes wide in the boy direction. He ran under the foot. He didn't read it well. And bounced over the line for a throw in on half forward, out of sight of the ground for Redan.
Yeah, it was a good lead by Boy, but there just wasn't enough movement up forward from Redan. They had a couple of shorts on backwards of the ball, but they needed more movement up forward.
Tap one by Beecham, meant for Baker. Got him in the end. Hand pass from ground level was meant for Denham, went through his hands. Ricocheted off him, back into the hands of Baker. And to the pleas of the Redan players, and I mean PLEAS, they were rewarded with a free kick to Douglas, who got it to Gunser. Needed to be quick, and he was. Fired the ball into the boy direction. Second attempt at the mark was denied. Fawcett got plenty of it. Wanted the mark. And the umpire said touched. And there'll be a ball up 15 to 20 metres out from the Redan goal.
Yeah, it's a fair way from us here, but I think the right decision was made.
Ball up, tap one there by Green. Brett through traffic. Just got a little bit of a hand on it. Chance here for Green across the body. Oh, he's hit the post. So just what Redan, bit of reward for their effort in the opening 8 minutes. Just a second behind for the term as Bewley lopes away onto that beautiful left boot. Goes in the Myers direction. He's got a couple to beat short at the back. Got a fist on it. Wright's gather was terrific. The ball's going to come back. It's a free kick to Myers. So Myers now Let's see how this busy front half of the Devils can work it out here. Well, he couldn't really, so they went square to Crawford, who couldn't gather, got it back to Anchor, back to Crawford, who conceded with a 45, and it was okay to Lahoure. Found Baker on centre wing, was well held there by Lee. Gee, Broadbent's getting up and into the Devils at the moment. Just concentrate on the footy and getting a touch would be a better idea as Fawcett gathered and send the ball into attack. Right, ground level ball, got it. Taking a mark on the chest, right, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal from 45 metres out, directly in front. He's kicked 1 goal too this afternoon. He's posing a real problem aerially and even at ground level. He's been quite clean below the knees, Lee.
Yeah, well, Darley just held the ball in. We had Myers with a free kick, just back with the centre. Wright was up next to him at the time. No big forwards down. They held the ball, spread it, found some targets up short, waited for the big boys to get down forward, hit right up, shot at goal. Good patience.
So it'll be Wright, he'll kick from 45. Got plenty on the kick. How's the accuracy? Goal umpire does not move. And Wright's got 2 at Darley Park. And Darley get their first of the second term. Near copy-paste of the opening. It took them the best part of 7.5 minutes in that opening term to kick their first of the term. It's taken them near 10 inside the second term to get their first of the term. It's their 9th of the afternoon. They lead by 48 points. 9-3-57. Darley lead Redan 1-3-9.
Yeah, it's been a battle the first 10 minutes of this quarter. It's been a pretty 50-50 split, I'd say, around the ball. But once again, Devils coming up trumps.
Back in the middle of the ground. Tap one there by Douglas. Jess took them on but couldn't get through Baker. There'll be a ball up. So Myers again won that tap. Jess was clean at ground level. Hair pass, got it over towards the youngster there in Harton, but ball was cut off there by Andy Azzopardi. Went backwards, looking there towards Brodie Ward. Coming off half back there was Lahoure, but stolen here by Redan. Fired the hand pass out. Chance for Lee. Needed to be clean, and he was. Has the hand pass found. George didn't have to break stride. Bit of indecision. Checked the kick. It was meant for Green, but it was cut off there in the end by the Devils. And Ward with composure went to kick and then went the safe option. It went by hand at the end to Brett, who got it towards half-back. Redan got numbers through Farnsworth, who got it to Fitzgibbon. Over to Hart and the youngster. Right foot kick was terrific and found Carroll just inside the boundary line, 45 metres out from goal. So this is better from the Lions and a few of the youngsters combining. Good to see. Beautiful hand pass there from Ziggy Lee. Sweeping left-hand hand pass to George on the run, who just got caught in 2 minds. So Carroll just tips it over the top to Gunser, who was left unmarked. Distance won't be a problem for this fella, I assure you. It'll be all about accuracy. He's had a fair bit of the ball too, this young one.
Yeah, he has. He's been pretty prolific through the middle of the ground. He pushes up and down really well.
So he's going to do the old-fashioned kick across the body. He found the belly of the ball, but he kicked across the face, but safely in the end because McNamara was on the end of it. So now McNamara with ball in hand, 45-degree angle, 20 metres out from goal. A chance to get some bang for buck as Brett Bewley comes off for a spell. They want to be getting some bang for buck while he's having a spell too, Lee.
Yes, well, Bewley off the ground. I think Myers gone to the ruck. So a couple of little changes here for Darley. So Redan could maybe sniff an opportunity to get a bit of ball up forward.
McNamara sneaks that one through for an all-important second for the Lions in the afternoon. They're 2-3-15. They trail Darley 9-3-57. So some better moments in the opening half of this second term here at Darley Park for the travelling Lions. Very young group, of course, with 10 under-19s. A couple of under-17s taking part today. And they'll certainly run the game out, and they won't give up the ghost. They trail by 42 points. Of course, Darley have won their last 10 in a row at home by an average of 65 points. Here's the restart. Tap, well, grabbed out of the ruck there by Myers. Needs to be quick, and he was. Right foot kick inside 50. Johnson the target. Had it knocked away from him by Short. Chicardi had it knocked out of his hand. Short the gather. Bailed up there by Bishop. Held to him, said the umpire, and there'll be a ball up 35 to 40 metres out from the Darley goal. Umpire wastes no time with the ball up. Gathered by Johnson through traffic. High up and under kick. Umpire will pay the mark. Players set themselves. Gunser was good. Inglis over the footy. Kick 3 in the opening term. Fitzgibbon was just hanging on to Inglis. Wasn't sure where the footy was. Umpire called play on. Ground ball opportunity here for Johnson. He can't gather cleanly. Bishop was about to extricate, but not before the umpire said, "You took too long, fellas. My turn." So a ball up. Tap one by Johnson. Through the hands of Bishop. Stolen by Adam Azzopardi. Bailed up by Mortlock. Repeat stoppage. Darley by 42 points here. Tap one by Johnson. Through the hands of Barnes to George. Bailed up by Baker. So 3 stoppages in the same area in less than a minute. Tap one by Johnson. Clean bowled Mortlock. Over the footy there was Broadbent. Held it up. Stoppage number 4, Lee, inside a minute.
Yeah, it's Groundhog Day there at the moment.
14 and a half minutes gone. Second term, Darley by 42 points. Chance here for Collins. Nearly copped one high, but he got a hand pass away to Gunsa. Tumbling kick towards half-back. Redan out of trouble momentarily. Went through the hands of Douglas. Chance here for Lahoure. He's tackled, taken to the ground by Carroll. And there'll be a ball up on half-forward. Approaching 15 minutes into this second term. A goal apiece in this second term. Chance here for Baker. Warmed into the game nicely. Especially in the second half of that opening term.
I think we're down to be happy with this stoppage game at the moment. Darley aren't getting that spread, which really punished him in that 5 or 6 minute period in the first quarter.
So ball up. Tap one by Douglas. Going to ground there was Bewley and Adam as a party. Through hands. Umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go against Ankrum and it's going to go to Lee. So another one of the youngsters. Now the decisions. What will he do? So the Devils have got time as the ball gets back to do some banding up and some corralling. So Wirtz, the captain, wanting it boundary side, but he'll go somewhat in that direction for Boyer, but to a 3-on-1. Myers sort of dropped what he should have taken. Loose ball opportunity gathered by Jack Bewley, and Short took a well-judged mark. Baker ran under the footy. Oh, and it's 50 against Baker. Short was off. But Baker remonstrating with the umpire, but it was actually the other umpire that paid the 50. Much to the disgruntled Baker, the vice-captain. He'll come off and have a spell. They waste no time. Over to George. Tumbling kick. Has he got the journey? Off hands through for a minor score. He just didn't get enough on it, George. He had the Devils' defence scurrying. Ball comes back into play. The kick was terrific. From Brett, who found Cadman, who got it to Bishop on half back. So Bishop now with ball in hand. Goal apiece is all we have to speak for in the opening 18 and a half minutes of this second term. Right foot kick from Bishop to outer centre wing. Shut beautifully there by Adam Azzopardi. Searching hand pass, found Matt Riccardi. Hand passes to where Johnson was and not where he was going. Opened the door for Redan to rebound through Lee, who got it to Farnsworth. Chip kick was over the top and found Mortlock. So Mortlock, the youngster, under 17 product, was heartening actually, who got it to him. Short kick to Barnes, who got it back to Mortlock. Just wrong-footed Spiteri momentarily. Good bit of play in the kick. Out in the Matthews direction, had to stop and prop. Just against Jack Bewley, be a free kick to the experienced Matthews, who wasted no time, lazily got it to Bell. The gather was terrific from Bell on the half volley. Got it over towards Wirtz, who got it to Barnes. Tumbling kick inside 50. Chance here for Carroll. Can he keep it in? Devils will make sure it gets over the line for a throw-in. 20 metres around from the Redan goal. So a bit of a stalemate in this second term league.
Yeah, ran a lot better build-up then. Looking to chip the ball around the ground and then move it forward. Much more deliberate.
Boundary throw in. Ushered out of the contest was George by Myers. Myers clearing kick. Went through the hands of Fawcett. Gramble opportunity here for Farnsworth. He got it to Mortlock. He's had a few touches, the youngster, in this term. He got it to Green. Squaring kick to centre wing. To Short. Normally good by foot. This one didn't let him down. Found Barnes. So Barnes onto the left boot, into the side for Daniel Bond today. Goes to the top of the goal square, through the hands of Duncan Cadman. They're under the pump here, the Devils, but they managed to rush it through for a minor score. So they played the percentage as well, the Devils' defence, denying Redan. Miserly defence would be a fair description of the Devils' back six as Brett brings the ball back into play. Got plenty on the kick. and found Andy as a party. Gave it to Brodie Ward, who didn't break stride. Kick meant for Matt Triccardi. Clean bowled him. Chance here for Lee. Kept it in front of him. Risky hand pass meant for short. Devils have got numbers through Bishop. Oh, terrific tackle. Run down from behind. Umpire called play on. Lucky to get away with that. Now Bewley back onto the ground. Didn't take him long to feature again. Squaring kick. Johnson and Mortlock. Johnson! Oh, couldn't quite gather. Matthews might have collected him on the way past. That's a free kick to Mortlock against Inglis. And he wastes no time. Played on. Over to Wirtz. And they'll get out of trouble, the Lions. The kick didn't let him down, but Farnsworth did open the door here. Fitzsimmons' effort on the ball was good. Johnson tried to protect the footy. Somehow got boot to ball. Kept the ball alive. Chance here for Denham. Let's sit for him. Finally it does. Wants to get on the left. Went by hand to Inglis. Over the top. The Bishop. Could have gone to Spiteri, but had a shot on goal. Kicked it into the hands. Ricochet ball fell back into the hands of Lee. He was tackled, taken to the ground. Ball up. 20 metres away from the Darley goal. Scrappy passage of play, Lee.
Yeah, very. Couple opportunities, though.
Chance here for Adam as a party. Bailed up. Too high, said the umpire. I'm trying to work out how that's going. It must have been the fend-off.
Oh, I think he was sick of balling it up after all those stoppages. He just paid a free kick to clear it, Toddy.
Right, yeah, I thought he said too high. I'm not sure how that happened, but anyway, the kick was okay from short and found Lee, one of two Lees playing today.
Oh.
Risky kick into the middle. Oh, Brett got plenty of it. Speaking of the other Brett, though, did the sharking. I speak of Bewley. They got it over towards Crawford. Lowered the eyes. Spiteri got a push. Umpire called play on. And the rebound from Matthews found Bell. And they're off to the races here, Redan. Very open entry here. George just outpointed Ankrum. Brett it better. Took a bounce, ran away from Brett, can run into an open goal, and he makes no mistake. Coast to coast for Redan.
Footy smarts there by George, wasn't it? He saw the kick coming in long. He knew he had the one-on-one. Plenty of space behind him. Used his body over the top. Redan would open a goal.
Well, Redan wouldn't have known themselves being able to take a breath away from traffic. Just that nice open play, coast to coast. And a good finish there from the very experienced George. And they really needed that, Redan, to say the least. 3-5-23 they are, Redan. They trailed Darley 9-3-57. So while it's a 34-point difference on the scoreboard, some consolation for the Lions, outscoring the Devils 2-1 in this term.
Yeah, especially after that 10-minute onslaught from Darley in the first quarter, it would be a welcome relief for them.
Tap one by Green to Collins. Somehow we got a handball away to Barnes. And here they go again, Redan. Boyer, front position, couldn't hang on to it. Carroll did the sharking, hurried kick, well read off the boot by Brett. Went front position on Bell and decided to go lateral Ward, who rewarded the runner in Ankrum, who hugged the boundary line with the kick, and Inglis was clean. Can go back to Ankrum as they reward the runner. Right foot squaring kick towards Bishop, who presented and took an ice mark on the chest. Went to look for the hand pass, but there was nobody there. Onto the non-preferred. Bit of a lazy kick. Needed some brilliance from Bewley. Got some. Got it to Denham. Chip over the top to Johnson. And Johnson will go back and have a shot on goal.
If you get a chance to watch the replay, have a look at that Bewley, gather and offload there. That was just first class.
Chance here for the Devils to get their second of the term through Johnson. Darley's leading goal kicker this year coming in with 11. Chance to kick his first and become Darley's 7th contributor. How's the kick? He likes it. He's so used to kicking goals now, Johnson, he doesn't get too carried away. He's a bit like Steve Waugh when he used to take a wicket, Lee. You weren't sure whether he'd been hit for 6 or he'd clean bowled the bloke.
Well, he didn't smile all that often, Steve Waugh, so...
No. Well, Johnson gets his first and becomes Darley's 7th goal kicker of the afternoon. And reward for straight kicking too, Lee. 10-3-63.
It is, and apart from Inglis's 3 goals in the first quarter, 2 of them coming in pretty much in time on, we've had individual goal kickers across the board. Oh, Wright's kick 2, sorry.
Yep.
He added to his tally this quarter.
We'll get a score from around the grounds in a moment. But it's Darley who lead here by 40 points. Ball up. It'll be Douglas and Beecham. Tap one by Douglas. Denham through traffic. Fired the hand pass out to Jack Bewley. Went to brother Brett. he did gather, but had it knocked away from him by Collins. But then the ball fell in the hands of Inglis, who got it to Ward, who found Baker. He had to get rid of it. Went looking there, back to Ward, but turnover opportunity. McNamara got it to Boyer, searching hand pass over towards Jess. It just wouldn't sit for him. He wanted to get onto that left side. And the Devils swarm in to square it away for a ball up. Gee, you can see it when if they do get it on their own terms and a bit of efficiency by hand and foot, they look all right, Redan.
They do.
Ball up. Baker, searching hand pass out of the congestion to Ward, who went to ground. Bell somehow got a hand pass away. Kick forward. Umpires picked out a free kick here. It's going to go against George. It'll go the way of Duncan Cadman, who very hard at it, courageous player. Finds himself in the wars most weeks than not. And the short kick. Gee, Lahure had to be strong overhead. Yeah, that kick from Cadman put Lahure, who had to stop and prop under the footy.
Thought he almost done enough.
Yeah, he was strong in the contest. Just that weight of momentum. Denied Lahure an overhead. So Bewley, strong as the Knox, just took the ball off Jess. And there'll be a ball up. What a lesson for these young Redan players playing against the likes of Bewley. Tap one by Green. Shark there by Gunsa. High up and under. George is in the middle. Had it knocked away from him. Grand ball here. Chance for Brett, who got it back to Ankrum. Searching hand pass to the defensive goal square. Now Lahure casually got it to Ankrum, who's gone. Umpire called play on. Chance here for Lahure to do the mopping up. Found Crawford, who's pushed into the back half to lend some assistance. They combine by hand to get out of trouble. Back to Crawford. Right foot kick to centre wing. He did well, the former Cobra. Got it to Bishop. Right foot kick out of the pocket. Meant for Johnson. Juggling attempted mark. Couldn't hang on to it. Pressure was good from Lee to square it away. And there'll be a ball up right in front of the scoreboard here at Darley Park that sees Darley lead Redan by 40 points.
Yeah, once again, the Darley's ball movement's first class. When they get up and running quick, put Redan under all kinds of pressure there.
Tap one by Douglas, who's tried hard. Grab ball opportunity here for Farnsworth. Loose ball. Check kick there from Mortlock was terrific. Somehow Inglis got a hand on the footy. It was Matricardi, in fact, who sent the ball into attack. Myers strong, couldn't hang on for long enough. Wirtz did the mopping up. Went by hand to Jess, who got it to short. They combined by hand to Wirtz. Right foot kick towards outer centre wing. The mark and present has been taken there by Bell, who squares the kick towards Matthews, who marks on out of centre wing. Lowers the eyes. Terrific mark taken there by Barnes, just above the grass. He plays on. Goes by hand over in towards the Bell direction. He can chip it over the top to Collins, who kept running and took a nice mark on the chest just inside the boundary line. And a chance to go back and have a shot on goal 45 metres out.
Yeah, I was just having a look around the ground. I can't see right out there for Darley at the moment. I did suspect he might have had a slight limp about 5 minutes ago. I'm not sure if he might have done a lower leg injury somewhere.
We'll keep an eye on that. Entry kick meant for Fitzgibbon, went through his hands. Opened the door for the Devils to clear through Duncan Cadman. Now, Crawford I've been impressed with. Has the ball knocked away from him over the line for a throw-in. On half forward out of side for Redan. Let's go around the grounds quickly. Sebastopol 32, Trail Smash 40. Melton 39, lead Ballarat 9. Lake Windermere 26, Trail East Point 52. Sunbury 34, lead North Ballarat 5. Boundary throwing, chance of Baker to extricate. Denham turned his back on him, but the hand pass ended up fortuitously in the hands of Bishop. He got it to Jack Bewley, who's been good. Right foot kick to half forward to Johnson. He can just kick it over the top casually onto Bewley's left. Squaring kick. Well, he was just thinking one step ahead of Myers, but Wirtz was up to it, and he took a nice intercept, marked, and didn't break stride. Found Fitzgibbon, laces out. Who'll look to square the ball. This kick needs to be good, and it was, and found Short, who played on risky. Stolen there by Fawcett. Didn't have the footy in the end. Ground ball opportunity. Beast to a honeypot. There'll be a ball up half forward out of side for Darley.
Yeah, I think we need to be very careful here. We've just ticked over 28 minutes. Only the 4 goals kicked this quarter. It won't be a long quarter. They've got themselves, still 40 points, but it seems closer now. They've got themselves in the contest.
Ball up, tap one by Beecham. Ground ball, Bishop over the footy. Jess was good. Baker and Bewley, couple of... As the siren sounds right on cue there, Lee. So a semi-fight back there from Redan, who went into that quarter time break with a 41-point deficit. They've narrowed it, albeit by one. They trailed by 40 in a much more competitive second term. So if not for that 20-minute blitz in the opening term, it's been a bit of an arm wrestle, Lee.
Yeah, it has. And I think Redan to be not over the moon with a 40-point deficit at half time, but at least they squared the contest that quarter. They got an extra number to the ball. The 50-50s did break 50-50 that quarter instead of Darley just run and spread and create the opportunity. But yeah, I would say Redan would be. I think they were somewhat back in the game.
Yeah, just having a look at Brady Wright. He's got some ice on or above the knee, which is a real concern. Of course, they missed him in that second term. Let's hope he's okay. And good call there, Lee, with that injury to the right leg. And I tell you, when they're going to be coming up against the likes of Melton and a repeat visit against North Ballarat, Wright's an important cog. They need to get him, pardon the pun, right. But it's Darley who lead by 40 points here at the halftime break. Harley Inglis, the major goal scorer, with 3. Wright has 2, but we won't see him again this afternoon. And individual goal scorers for the remainder. But a 41-point quarter-time lead has been reduced minorly to a 40 at the main break. It's the Devils, an accurate 10-3-63. Lead Redan 3-5-23. Stick around for the halftime highlights, the best of Darley and Redan over the previous weeks. And we'll take a break and be back with the third quarter action in about 15 minutes' time.
If you can say,
To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
in 4 seconds, you can win a free small fries and Coke.
Corby patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
The Big Mac is the original mouthful. A one-of-a-kind flavour that now comes in 3 sizes.
Everybody's favourite time of the week. It's the Ballarat Football League top 5 from round 4. Coming in at number 1, it's Tyson Lever here from Sunbury.
If you don't mind. To Lever, shot on goal, and he's put it through.
And at number 2, it's Jacob Brown from East Point. Another big shoe here. He unloads from about 55 and it goes all the way home. Number 3 is Lee Spiteri from Darley. Intercepting and goaling. Great finish there by Lee. Coming in at number 4, Luke Hill from Sebastopol. Another huge roost, this time on the edge of the square. And it bounces just on the line. What a great goal. Coming in at number 5, Daniel Bond here from Redan. Gets the ball on the wing. 1 bounce. 2 bounces. And has he got a third in him? Yes, he does. Lines it up and finishes it home strong.
if you can say,
To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
in 4 seconds, you can win a free small fries and Coke.
Corned beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Welcome back to Darley Park ahead of the third quarter action here in the BFNL match of the round by the Red Onion Vision. It's Darley 10-3-63 who lead Redan 3-5-23. Darley led by 41 at quarter time. Redan showed some resistance in that second term, albeit marginal advantage, and they trail by 40. The restart, tap one by Douglas. There goes Brett Bewley, leading possession winner on the ground. Hurried left foot kick towards the attacking 50 through the hands of Johnson. Ground ball opportunity there for Myers. He's bailed up by Wirtz. The umpire will come in and affect the ball up. So no Brady Wright and no Lee Spiteri. So a cork for Wright, hamstring for Spiteri. So they're 2 down, the Devils. Johnson with the tap, ground level ball. Denham bailed up and there'll be a repeat stoppage. Saw plenty of those in the second term as well. The umpires having a bit of the ball themselves, Lee.
Yeah, and that was one of Redan's plans, I think, to slow the ball down, which they did.
Tap one by Johnson. Baker was terrific. Got it to Bewley. Left foot kick across the body. Devils wanting a free kick denied by the umpire. Ball rushed through for a minor score. First score of the second half to the Devils, albeit a behind. And it's back to the quarter time lead. 41 points here. So it'll be Gunser with that trusty left boot. Gets plenty of it into the middle of the ground. McNamara the target, got plenty of it, went through his hands. Douglas did the sharking at ground level, gave it back to him. Oh, awkward kick, looked like one of my chips on a Sunday afternoon, but McNamara kept running with the soccer along the ground. Territory gained at that. Duncan Cadman was terrific. Mitch Ward lends the assistance. Gee, good second, third and fourth efforts by McNamara, and he's been rewarded with a free kick some 45 metres out from goal. He'd be a bit fatigued here, Lee. I reckon this would be beyond him after those efforts.
Yeah, he just needs to take his time here. He's got plenty of time. He can take his 30 seconds, and this one really needs to go through for Redan.
Trail by 41 points here with a shot on goal. So it'll be McNamara. Tired kick. Don't blame him. Cross the face of goal and read well off the boot by Lahure. Took a nice overhead mark. Can go short. And they've done this well, the Devils, to Denham, who often presents with that hit up. And he just laconically gets the ball into the right hands. I speak of Bewley, who found Bishop, who presented on broadcast centre wing. Off to the races, had to get around Douglas and check his run. Went back to Denham. Slow hand pass, got to Bewley. Over to Lahure. Pressure was good from Barnes. And he's bailed up Lahure. But no prize, said the umpire. And he'll come in and effect a ball up. Good luck getting away from a stall gift runner, Leroy.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year. Darley lead by 41 points. Near ball up. Meet Beecham. You mentioned during the break, Lee, that he's tried hard. Your free kick here, it's going to go the way of Denham, who's been very good the last few weeks. And he squares the ball to Mitch Ward, who marks on centre wing. He wastes no time. He goes into the Myers direction. Sets himself. That's a strong overhead mark from a quality player against a quality defender. So Myers goes out into the pocket. Good spoil on the ball there from short. Got plenty of purchase with the fist. Found the safety of the boundary line over the line for a throw in. 40 metres around from the Darley goal.
Yeah, you feel it ran up square the contest, 50-50. They just got to make a scoreboard impact now.
So it'll be Johnson, assuming the ruck duty's forward in the absence of Wright. Darley in attack. Just grabbed out of the ruck there by Johnson. Shot on goal out of the pack, tumbling attempt. Off the boot, is off to the left and through for a minor score. So Darley, their biggest lead of the game, 42 points. It'll be Gunser to bring the ball back into play. Gets plenty on the kick, right in the middle of the ground. Lahure the fly, but at the front there with plenty of it there was Lee. He's going to get paid the free kick. And he'll look to play on. He had Jess on the outside, but then went by foot to the dasher in Fitzgibbon, who ran to centre wing. Kick meant for Bell, was cut off for Green, was cut off there by Brett Bewley. Standing start. Have a look at that free kick. Found Adam as the party. All he had to do was hang on to the mark, and he did, and he wasted no time going forward. Went over the head of Matt Tricardi. Well, it said for him, well, it didn't, so he went the soccer. The low percentage shot on goal went off to the right and through for a minor score.
Yeah, but disappointed with that finish, Darley. They had plenty of opportunity there, plenty of time. Should have got a better result.
Rebound opportunity for Redan. Out of defence through Fitzgibbon again, who missed the target by hand. Shark there by Matt Tricardi. Squaring kick. Missed Johnson. Found Myers. Hand pass over the top. Got it to Adam Azapati. He kept running at a pot shot at the goals. And he too is offline. So a bit of the yips in the opening 5 minutes in front of goal in this third term for the Devils. They kick 4 straight behinds in this third term. Well, 4 straight behinds, just a bit of an oxymoron, but nonetheless. We'll keep you updated with scores going on around the region. Very good Sunbury in that opening half. Well, they lead North Ballarat by 41 points, 53 plays 12. East Point lead Lake Windaree by 33. Melton lead Ballarat by 36, and Bacchus Marsh have opened up a 31-point lead over Sebastopol.
It's a good result for Sunbury today. They'd be wrapped with that.
Yep, and Bacchus Marsh. They kicked 9-11, Bacchus Marsh, 20 shots on goal to Sebastopol's 9, and they lead comfortably. So it'll be Gunser again to bring the ball back into play. This time he'll go out of side with a penetrating kick. George the target, good use of the body. Outpointed Denham on that occasion. So George looks to play on. Penetrating kick towards the attacking 50. Devils have got numbers. Going to ground there was Duncan Cabot. Knocked at the advantage of Ward, who's bailed up there by McNamara. Umpire said, I'll have it. Going to be a ball up.
Yeah, be happy with that round. They're outnumbered there, 3-2. Darley had the number, extra number, couldn't get the ball at the outside.
Ball up. Tap. Won by Douglas. Bewley with strength. Gathered the footy and got it to anchor. Back to Bewley. Kick was telegraphed and read well. Good smother there from Boyer. Under the puppy of the Devils. Boy's hand pass was good through traffic. A kick across the body there from McNamara. Is off to the right and through for a minor score.
Yeah, done well there, Rand. I think your comment was good that the kick was telegraphed, and they do go to Bewley no matter where he is, no matter what situation he's in. The Redan have got to be ready for that.
So the Devils with 2 down on the rotation front, and Duncan Cadman having a bit of a limp in front of us too. He's still a little bit worse for wear after that.
I think he's going to come from the ground. No.
Heavy clash in that second term when he affected the spoil on Mortlock. He was just a bit rusty after the long break. So Brett with a penetrating kick into the middle of the ground. Went over the head of Beach, and Wirtz got a hand on it, but only as far as Myers, who gave it to Bewley, ran his measure and lowered the eyes. The kick was terrific. Found Crawford, laces out, shot on goal. He had more time than he thought. Is missed off to the left. 5 straight behinds for the Devils in this third term.
Yeah, it's been a bit scrappy moving forward for the Devils, but the writing's on the wall though.
Respect the finish. That's what the Devils need to do. As Kelson lopes away, goes with the right boot. There's the fly.
Oh.
Terrific grab at the back there by Gunsa. So Gunsa with ball in hand, left foot kick along the wing, and so often when there's a up there, Kazali, it's often followed there by a turnover or behind, but in this case it was a turnover as Cadman got it towards end. Adam has a party. Kick meant for Bewley, cut off there by Mortlock through traffic. The youngster got plenty of purchase on the kick to a 2-on-1. They might have balls this up here, the Devils. They did, with an unnecessary hold against Lahure on Boyer. And it's Boyer who will take the resultant free kick, and he'll take his time to opportunity to present forward here, the Lions, and they go in the Bell direction. In front, Brett Bell at the back. Ankrum read it well, and he got it to Baker. He kept running. Territory gain towards the boundary line. Kick meant for Myers, but an off spinner in the end. Checked on the end and rolled over the line for a boundary throw in 55 metres around from the Redan goal. Boundary throw in. Beecham at the back was Jess, unaccounted for. Gathered the footy. Through traffic he goes, fired it out to Farnsworth. Left foot kick. Going across the face. The Devils can raffle this. So much so they did in the end, and they raffled it over the line for a boundary throw-in. Yeah, so, application of the footy you can't deny, but communication's another thing.
Yeah, a couple of repeat entries for Redan. They just got to look more dangerous forward. Kick 3 goals in 2.5 quarters. Just not enough firepower at the moment.
Boundary throw-in. Beecham did well not to infringe. Baker, the recipient at ground level, got it to Adam as a party. Right foot kick towards half-back. Jack Bewley had a decent first half. How about that for a gather? Bit like his brother, if you don't mind. No, good pressure there from Matt Tricardi on Fitzgibbon. Second effort was okay. The umpire will come in and effect a ball up right in front of the Redan coach's box. Fitzgibbon just letting Matt Tricardi know in one way, shape or form that was a nice bit of contact you got on me there. Ball up, tap one by, we'll give that to Beecham through traffic. Jess, shark the footy, set the ball forward. Off the knee of Green in the end. The sandwich in between 2 Devils players and through for a rush behind. Darley 5 behinds for the term, Redan 1 behind. So Brett now, cleverly with the left boot, bouncing ball, got it towards Lahure. And that right foot kick is good. Found force, it'll go onto the left side, waste no time. Left foot kick towards half forward. Myers presented, took a nice grab in front of Wirtz. So Myers lowers the eyes, kick forward. Johnson presented, ball went to ground. It was Denham, in fact. Chance here for was Gunsa with that terrific left boot. Found McNamara. So it's McNamara with ball in hand. Can just chip it over the top. Made Jess had to work for it. He had a 2-on-1 against. Carroll was held without it in the end. Umpire let it go. Ground ball opportunity here. Squared away by Fawcett. The confidence boost performer from last week, who's looking more and more comfortable at the level in the infancy of his senior career. Ball up, tap one by Douglas, went through the hand of Adam Azzopardi. Baker, who just keeps presenting, squared it away. If he doesn't win the footy, he certainly doesn't cough it up, Baker. He's quite happy to see that over the line for a throw-in. There'll be a reset of sorts.
Got to play it down for a Dan on the
Yeah,
boundary line.
McNamara's hurt. And it looks like an elbow or a shoulder.
He's up and about.
Or a wrist. Yeah, I think it's a wrist. Ball boundary throw-in. Play restarts. Tap one by Douglas. Went over the head of George. Presenting there was short. Couldn't gather. He did the second time, though. Farnsworth in and under. So to Inglis. The umpire will come in and effect a ball up. Out of side centre wing. Couldn't be any further away from us, Lee.
No, a goalless 12 minutes here in the third quarter for both teams.
43-point lead to Darley. They've kicked 5 behinds in this third term, if you don't mind. So they win the stoppage. Boyer at the back to fly, but in front, Matthew Brett. Nearly snuck into the best lead the way Brett's going. So the look-away hand pass found Ward, who read it well, and he's got time to measure the kick, and it was terrific as Crawford presented. And he ran away from Mortlock and then through traffic. Now, this kick needs to be good, and it was. And it found Adam as a party. Wasted no time. Played on through traffic. Sent the ball forward in the Myers direction. And it knocked away from him there by Wirtz. Ground level ball gathered by Inglis. Tried to keep it in. The pressure from Broadbent was good. Stacks on the mill. Whistle him in. There'll be a ball up. 20 metres away from the Darley goal. They lead by 43 points. 13 minutes into this third term. Ball up, tap, well, gathered out of the ruck there by Myers. Kick across the body to the danger zone. Sharkwell there by Matthews, who just threw the ball onto the boot, got it beyond half back. Ward presented. The gather was terrific, but ridden into the ground there by Douglas. Umpire let it go. Chance here for Brodie Ward. He was knocked off the footy. Pressure for Duncan Cadman was good, but he infringed, said the umpire, and there'll be a free kick to Jess. So, Mitch Ward just a little bit worse for wear. So the Devils could be a third, dropping like 9 pins at the moment. Of course, Fateri and Wright off the ground, and Ward looking a little bit worse for wear. We'll keep an eye on him. Out of side centre wing, there'll be a ball up, stoppage. A real arm wrestle. Real dour struggle in this third term, 14 minutes in, Lee.
Oh, it has. After Darley's 8-goal opening turn, they've kicked 2 goals in the last
2-7.
Nearly 40 minutes of football, but Redan haven't been able to hit the scoreboard themselves, so not a lot going on scoreboard-wise in the last half an hour of this game.
Yeah, Darley have kicked 2-7 since quarter time. Redan 2-6. Chance here for Baker. That hand pass was beautifully read there by Farnsworth, who threw the ball onto the left boot. Brett did well, got a terrible bounce. Ward doing the mopping up, knocked off the footy there by Green. Chance here for Bell, went searching by hand towards Boyer, and it knocked away from him. Bell kept running, impacted the contest by hand, squaring kick for Gunsa, but at the back there was Carroll. Just read the weight of the kick and took an uncontested mark in the end on the chest, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal 45 metres out.
Oh, he was there for a minute and rewarded.
Indeed. Gee, Bell wanted the little cheeky by hand. I think Johnson was ready to close. Would have put pressure on the Bell kick.
And he's going to take his nearly best from here. He's going to kick the best part of 50 to clear the pack.
Well, the fact that Bell ran past him suggests that there's half a chance he may not get the journey. Kicks on its way. We'll get every bit of the journey. And some. He might have snuck that over the line, Carroll. Goal. Terrific finish there from Carroll. Who breaks the stalemate of sorts in this third term, albeit the first goal of the quarter. Took the best part of 15 and a half minutes to do so. Carroll gets his first of the afternoon and becomes Redan's 4th individual goal kicker of the afternoon. They're 4-7-31. They trail Darley 10-8-68.
Yeah, and it was a good kick, nearly 50 to clear the pack and get the goal. But in all honesty, it's probably the best look either team's had at a goal for a fair amount of time. It's been a little bit scrappy, hard fought. So, yeah, good finish. Back
at the restart, tap one by Douglas, who's been very competitive in the ruck. The soccer from Baker, who hasn't given up the ghost. He's had a good 3-quarter effort, Baker. Denham too, been good. There's Myers, class. Comes across in front of Wirtz and takes a nice overhead mark. And Myers can go back and have a shot on goal. Geez, a dangerous proposition. Well, he's dangerous anywhere, Lee, but I think that's his home, half forward.
Well, it's definitely where he's most dangerous. That is for sure. As we've seen him in previous weeks and years, he can play anywhere and have a major impact on the ground. But when you're talking about a dangerous player in that forward 50 line, when he's on, unstoppable.
Myers from 50. The approach is good. How's the kick? The accuracy? Even better. Snuck it through. It's just what Darley needed. A steadying response. Myers gets his 2nd of the afternoon. Darley get their 10th. They're 10-8-68. They lead Redan 4-7-31.
Yeah, disappointing goal for Redan to give up there. They've even though they got it back within 6 goals, Darley, a couple of rotations down. You know, you think Redan could have kicked 1 or 2 more goals. We might have had a bit of a game on our hands, but they just can't kick 2 in a row at the moment. So we've got a 7-goal ball game here. And Redan desperately need to start getting a bit of scoreboard pressure on.
43-point lead to Darley. Swift response through the boot of Myers. Tap one by Douglas to Baker. He's been good. Quick hands. Cut off there by Barnes, the racehorse, who got it onto his non-preferred. Got plenty of purchase on the kick. The spoil away from Boyer was good from Lahoure. They've had a good battle. Boyer still goalless. Good pressure there from Lahoure to square it away for a stoppage. And there'll be a ball up on half-forward broadcast side. So, of course, coming into the game, Bell and Boyer representing 44% of Redan's season goals, and Boyer goalless this afternoon. 7 for the season. Of course, Bell coming into the match with 17. He has 1.
Kicked the opening goal of the game from a free kick.
Indeed. Darley lead by 43 points. They've kicked 1 goal 5 this term to Redan's 1 goal 2. Boundary throw in. Douglas presented, read it well. Conceded by hand to Fitzgibbon. Chip kick in the Ward direction. Lee was strong overhead, took a nice mark. It's a good size, this young fella. So he's just weighing up the options. Onto that right boot, tries to take on Baker, but Baker was up to the task, and that short kick found Collins.
Ward's definitely not 100%, Toddy.
No. Yeah, he's proppy too. So Collins goes inside 50. The fly at the back there was green. Didn't impact the contest. Chance for Harton to run onto the ball. The youngster. Kick across the body. And he's put it through. Great finish from Harton. And the under-17 youngster makes no mistake. And while others have struggled around goal, the youngster has set a nice example.
What a great finish. That's the kind of thing that can get you up and going. As I said, Darley, a couple of rotations down. Ward's got a slight limp out there at the moment. Just might be a cork. He might run that off. But, yeah, Redan needed a bit of spark there and definitely received a lot there.
So Baker's gone forward. So he looked a little bit proppy too there just moments ago. So whilst things are going well for the Devils on the scoreboard, they're not doing so well in sick bay at the moment with a mounting casualty list. Ball up, tap one by Douglas, meant for Jess, bailed up there by Denham, and tackles taken to the ground. The umpire says, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up right in the middle.
And you're right, Todd, there is a few injuries starting to creep into the Darley lineup, but none of them look too serious, though.
Good to hear. Adam Azzopardi out of the congestion, tumbling kick to the fat side, presenting. There was Lee running onto the footy, only knocked it to the advantage of Jack Bewley's hand pass was made look better than what it was by Denham, who got it to Bewley. Left foot kick into the pocket was okay. And found Crawford. He's been a lively type. Handy inclusion there for the Devils. So he'll kick from about 50 metres. Gets plenty of purchase on the kick. It'll go to the teeth of goal. Snap out of nowhere. It might be a goal to Myers, I think it is.
It is.
We've got it. Bit of roving there for the big fella. Myers gets goal number 3.
Well, we've seen his work up the ground when he's in the ruck and running across halfback, and he's very versatile, can get the ball down below his feet, above his head, and he can do it all, and case in point.
Yeah, he's a 360-degree player. Can do it in the air, on the ground.
And you look at Myers' game, and you say he mightn't have been influential up forward today as he has been other weeks, but that's his 3rd goal, and he joins Inglis on 3 goals for the game.
There's a handy Darley bloke on the sidelines here too, Lee, but unfortunately can't take any part in the game, and he's 100% fit.
Zach Butters?
That'd be the one. Ball up, tap one there by Johnson, ground ball, through traffic. Denham just shrugged the tackle there of Jess. Strong through the course, sent the ball shallow entry inside 50. Spoil at ground level was gathered there by Farnsworth. Decided to go by hand, went through Douglas. Crawford was strong, he was terrific in fact. Quick hands, got it towards Lahoure, went to go to Matricati, took his time. Crawford's in trouble here, managed to get away by hand to Matricati, who nearly kicked it into the back of Denham, if you don't mind. Kicked to half forward, went over the head of Broadbent, sharked there by Wirtz. Sends the ball back into the middle of the ground, and Boyer took a mark on the chest in front of Fawcett. He'll wheel and go onto the left boot towards outer centre wing. The mark's been taken there by, might have been Carroll. Right foot kick, inside 50, cut off there by Brett. He took a nice mark. He's been very steady across the back line, and Crawford's just kept presenting, and he went with the right kick, and that was terrific. He's got Bishop on the overlap here, Jack Bewley. All he has to do is find him, and he did. Denham kept running. He's got Myers short. Kick got to him on the bounce. Denham was rewarded for the running. Myers gathered, hand pass to a 2-on-1. Baker at ground level, swarmed by Redan Lions defenders, and the umpire will come in and affect the ball up. So an almost passage of play there from the Devils League.
Yes. Just couldn't quite hit that last target, but moving the ball really well.
Darley lead by 43 points. Sunbury all over North Ballarat at the Clark Oval today. Jess out of the congestion, high up and under kick towards half back. Crawford under it, juggling attempt, spilt it, sharked there by Green. Tumbling kick towards half forward. Brett and Bell ricocheted off Brett's shins. Wanted to push, denied by the umpire. Bell kick across the body on the left was a poor one. Made it hard for Boyer, but terrific attempt there. But Duncan Cadman not paid the mark. Ward got it to Brett. Left foot kick was terrific again.
Brilliant kick.
Oh, Crawford played on, dropped it like a hot spud. Collins wanted the push, denied by the umpire. Bewley tried to keep it in and get it to Matricardi, but Collins bounced off his hands, off the intercept and over the line for a boundary throw in true centre wing broadcast side.
Had a few of those little hiccups today, Darley, with that ball movement, but they've been willing to move the ball quickly and take that tackler on if that makes sense, and it sort of worked for them.
Boundary throw in. Well, Douglas had a headlock there. Baker threw it away. Second effort, terrific. Quick hands were good to Crawford through traffic. How about that for some vision? Found Johnson, who could have given it to Fawcett, but he would have been on his non-preferred. So he elected to go by foot to half forward in the Jack Bewley direction. The gather was terrific. The evasive skills were better. And he went forward to Myers. Juggling attempt. Got it. Myers has taken a grab. All class on Wirtz. I tell you, that's not easy to do. We've seen Wirtz take on some pretty strong players in this competition. So to keep him off like that was a fine effort from Myers.
It is. And you just look at that and you look at...
How about the finish? Just across the body,
yeah,
bang. Myers has all of a sudden got another.
Fairly casual finish, but when Billy Myers can mark him one-handed on a player like Wirtz, you know he's got a bit of talent.
Myers has got 4 at Darley Park, and the Devils have steadied now with a couple of, some back-to-back impact goals. They're 12-8-80 now. They extend. Just might have knocked a bit of the stuffing out of Redan. 13-8-86, in fact. They lead Redan 5-7-37. We're out to a 49-point lead after the Devils led by 41 at quarter time, 40 at the half. It's now 49. So can the Devils cash in here? Of course, with all respect to Melton South and the Lakers, they don't get those guys twice, and there's a couple of sides that'll get a fill up, you'd think, throughout the year. Getting double ups with them as Douglas won the tap. Ground ball, charked by Baker, got it to Bewley. And the Bees boys, they combine. Bewley sent the ball out wide towards broadcast wing. Adam has the party, tried to push Mortlock away from the footy and then copped him over the shoulder and conceded the free kick in the end. And that'll be 50, will it? No, just a bit of acting going on there from Mortlock, or some... bit of leverage from the umpire. So Mortlock goes back with the 45. It's a nervous kick when it doesn't come off. So Kelson's short kick was okay to Gunser. Normally good by foot. This one, no exception. Found Jess. So the lefties combine to Fitzgibbon on outer centre wing. They got an overlap here. They get it over the top towards Lee. Couldn't gather. Might have caught one high. Umpire let it go. Ground ball. And they'll just march away here, the Devils. Duncan Cabin overcooked the hand pass. Meant for Inglis. Knocked it to the advantage of Andy as a party. Will it set up for Andy? It does. Ran to 49. Kick across the body. Bishop outstretched hands. Couldn't take the mark. Ground ball. Can he win it back for the Devils? He can't. Ball spills free over the line for a boundary throw in 25 metres around from the Darley goal.
Yeah, it's been the same story a bit today. Both teams have moved the ball pretty quick. When they've missed a target, Darley have had that extra number there, been able to mop up and go again. Multiple entries.
So basically the difference in the game was the 8 goals that Darley kicked from the 8-minute mark of the opening quarter to the 30-minute mark. So Johnson out of that stoppage, got the eyes up towards Bewley. Umpire's picked out a free kick. It'll go against Johnson for a throw. And it'll go to Mortlock, who's had a bit of it. family be happy with his game, the youngster. So Gonza on on the left side, went with the outside of the left boot. Ricocheted off Broadbent to the advantage of Wirtz, who was knocked off the footy there by Matricati. Swung in the tackle. Oh, and reminded there by Broadbent. Hey, it's a free kick against Broadbent. It's the right call. Broadbent wasn't sure what sport he was playing there. As Matricati will send the Devils into attack. Myers the target. Wirtz with courage in front. Took a terrific mark. So he'll switch play with a 45, and the kick was good and found Lee just inside the defensive 50. He played on with the left foot kick towards Fitzgibbon, and as a party, speaking of Andy, Fitzgibbon the beneficiary of that kick to advantage and took a nice mark, went short, put Farnsworth under the pump, could have been held without it, the umpire agreed. And again, they had the outnumber there too, Lee, but Cadman looks a bit worse for wear. So Farnsworth goes short to Bell, who's a mile away from home, but credit for work rate. Right foot kick towards the attacking 50. Baker kept his feet. Denying exit for Redan, and there'll be a ball up 60 metres away from the Redan goal.
Yeah, it's definitely been a slow in rotation from the Devils since those few little niggling injuries. You quite often see for 3 or 4 players lined up at an interchange bench with Dan Jordan in charge, but at the moment, pretty bare down there.
Hurry kick out of the congestion from Green. It's all Darley. Ankrum can go lateral to Matricati. Now this kick needs to be good. Out in front of Bewley, presented. Had his arm chopped. Umpire called play on. How will it sit for him now? Okay, needs to be quick. Pinged at the back by Gunsa. And it'll be Gunsa. We'll take the result and free kick. Waste no time. Goes in the Boyer direction and he's got it. Strong mark from the youngster. He'll go back and have his first real, genuine attempt on goal. He's been well held by Lahoure today. And Boyer, well, distance won't be a problem for this guy. He can just about kick this over the netting, such as the length and the strength of this very promising left footer, Marty Boyer. Been held goalless today, but continues to present. He's going to be a good player for a long time in these colours, and he'll kick from 49. Kicks on its way. Just held up. Didn't quite get the distance. Commentator's curse, must be a slight breeze. Yeah, well, there's no breeze to look at when you look at the trees and the flags, but there seemed to be a bit more carry at the golf course end. Yeah, we've seen a couple of kicks hold up to the back of Smarsh end, or right of screen. So it'll be Matthew Brett. High up and under kick towards half back. Johnson, strong. Terrific grab. Gunson just handed it back to him as friendly as. I think they might know each other, those two, or the looks on their faces as Johnson goes towards centre wing and Beecham presented, took a nice overhead mark. Casual as you like, just played on and laconically turned it over in the end. Found Fitzgibbon, who was denied the mark as much as he wanted. It might have been a half volley. That'd go to the review. Siren sounds like. That is three-quarter time here. Of course, we are behind the glass and we're hindered by that maximum audio of the siren, but it is three-quarter time here, and it reads Darley 13-8-86. They kicked 3 goals, 5 for the term. Redan 5 goals, 8-38. They kicked 2 goals, 3 themselves. Lee, you got the goal scorers. Yeah, that quarter to add to his tally of 1. Myers with 3 goals, so he's got 4 for the game. Actually, Darley's all 3 goals in the quarter. And Redan, a couple added to the quarter. Carroll and Harton kicked goals in that quarter. Harton was a ripper left foot over the shoulder, so good work from him. Yeah, under 17 product. He'd be wrapped with that. Let's go around the grounds. Back of Smash, 13-14-92. Leads Sebastopol 5-4-34. The Borough are cooked. Next game, Melton 10-5-65. Lead Ballarat 2-7-19. Lake Windaree being competitive against East Point, but they do trail by 29 points, 6-3-39. East Point 10-8-68. And Sunbury, 14 goals, 6-90. Lead North Ballarat 1 goal, 7-13. I think North Ballarat have got some excuses. We'll no doubt hear about those during the week. But here in the BFNL match of the round via the Red Onion Vision, it's Darley who lead Redan by 48 points, 13-8-86. to Redan 5-8-38. A break and back with the final quarter action in around 5 minutes' time.
If you can say,
To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
in 4 seconds, you can win a free small fries and Coke.
Corned beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
Two all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
The Big Mac is the original mouthful. A one-of-a-kind flavour that now comes in 3 sizes.
Welcome back to Darley Park ahead of the final quarter action here in BFNL's match of the round via the Red Onion Vision. It's the Devils who lead by 48 points. Here playing away. Tap one by Douglas, meant for George. Intercepted there by Baker, but George follow-up was terrific. Went by hand to Broadbent. Overcooked the kick. Meant for Collins. Bouncing ball. Shark there by Ward, who went into the middle of the ground, went searching for Baker, but found Johnson in the end, who rode the tackle. Tried to just ride it until he could find Baker, and got it to him in the end. Matt Riccardi had to be reminded by Baker which way they were going, and he sent the kick forward, turnover. Shark there by Matthews, who dropped the footy. Adam Azzopardi did well. Jess looks hurt. Hand pass over towards Denham, and the outstretched hands of Myers has taken a grab. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal. He's been the standout in this second half, Lee.
Yeah, him and Denham for mine through the middle of the ground's been very creative. Added a lot of spark through the middle. Been very good.
So Myers, who kicked all of Darley's 3 goals in that third term, has 4 to his name today and will shoot for goal number 5. We were chatting about his value forward and a handful that he can be. And the kick is off to the left and through for a minor score. So Darley 13-9-87, lead Redan 5-8-38. 49-point ball game here after the Devils pretty much put this game to bed in a 20-minute onslaught from the 10-minute mark of the opening term to the quarter-time siren when they kicked 8 goals. Clearing kick from Farnsworth, got it to broadcast centre wing. Fawcett couldn't gather. Well, the umpire will come in and affect a ball up.
You look at that 20 minutes of that Darley's first quarter. Travelling teams are going to have to take note of that. Darley, you've been good at it all year. At home.
Baker with the soccer, try to get it to the advantage, but only as far as Broadbent. Baker's second effort was good, but not before Broadbent could get away with it by foot to Fitzgibbon, who's trying hard. Shallow entry inside 50. Meant for Bell. Pressure was good from Brett. Bell went the soccer to the advantage of Carroll. Got around one. The tackle from Ward was okay. To the top of the square. Boyer dropped what he should have taken. Lahoure gathered, tackle, taken to the ground. And the umpire said, I'll have it. There'll be a ball up in the goal square for Redan.
Yeah, let off there for the Devils. Boyer would mark that 9 times out of 10, Todd.
Yep, indeed. Of course, goalless this afternoon. Ball up. Neither ruckman could gain any ascendancy aerially. And there's a swarm of players waiting for it at ground level. There'll be a ball up. So Sunbury look like they're going to go on their undefeated way and win another with a big win over North Ballarat. Ball up. Shark there by Bewley. Speared off the side of his right boot. Hand pass here to Broadbent. Can he gather? He can in the end. Find the hand pass out towards Douglas. Now, can the ruckman finish off his good work today with a goal? He can't. Drifted off to the left and through for a minor score. So we're back to a 8-goal ball game here. 5-9 plays 13-9. They kick in out of defence from Brett was effective enough. And he found Ankrum. He can go to Lahoure. Pressure was good from George, but Lahoure was up to the task. He gave it back to Ankrum, who kept running. Right foot kick. Diving attempt to the mark from Douglas was incomplete. Gather from Bewley was good. Hand pass let him down a bit. Baker was up to the task though. His hand pass through traffic went only as far as Short, who got it to Jess. High up and under kick to Boyer. From the side with the spoil there was Lahoure. Terrific. Plenty of purchase on the footy. Was good as a kick in the end and found itself over the line and out of bounds.
It's just got a fraction darker here in the last since three-quarter time. Todd, I wouldn't be surprised if in the second half of the year we see the lights on for a couple of games here at Darley Park later in the day.
Yeah. And how good is it up here behind the glass too, Lee?
Well, it's better than the alternative, I know that.
Tap one by Johnson. He went with the fist. So it's only as far as Farnsworth. Baker in underneath. Denham was terrific. Got it to Bishop. Bit indecisive. Could have given it to Bewley, but went by foot to a one-on-one. Wirtz set himself. Did well on Myers. Here come the reinforcements. Douglas is one of those. The tackle from Azzopardi was terrific. Pinged by the umpire. Advantage paid. Bishop got it to Inglis. Now they can ravel this. Myers can get it over to Bewley. Can get it on the bounce casually. The captain ran in and bang. And Bewley gets his second goal of the afternoon. And a nice bit of team play there from the Devils to usher the ball from broadcast centre wing right to the teeth of goal, and a couple of the big guns combining to get it done.
Yeah, we're talking about before about Myers' versatility at a great contest there. Able to get up, impact the next contest, get a handball off. Just doesn't stop trying all day.
That's right. Yeah, well, it's certainly he's tried hard, but he's been up against it today. The class of
that
Myers.
Weight of numbers too coming forward.
Yeah, swarm of Devils. Ball up, tap one there by Douglas. Second effort was good there to nullify Baker. Fell in the hands of Jess. He was dispossessed. Denham has been clean in the clinches today. Johnson gathered, bailed up there by Jess. Not before the umpire would come in and affect the ball up. Darley lead by 54 points. Game high. Baker being a soldier. Right foot kick. Tumbling one at that towards the attacking 50. Fitzgibbon was terrific. Could have been paid the mark and or free kick. Bailed up there by Matt Triccardi. There'll be a ball up. 51 metres out from the Darley goal. They've had a good tussle today. Matt Triccardi and Fitzgibbon. Tap one by Douglas. Baker could have gone to Bewley, but through the traffic he went with the left boot to Myers. Plays on. Goal. Myers gets goal number 5. 4 in the second half if you don't mind. And the floodgates seem to be opening up, Leroy.
Yeah, there's a couple of danger signs here. Just a couple of very, very easy clearances from the Devils through the centre there. Like Baker got on the couple of ender there and just sort of waltzed through the Redan pack. And a quick forward to a one-on-one with Myers is going to result in a goal more times than not.
So Myers gets his 4th of the second half. He has 5 in total. The margin now, 60 points. Surely the Lions are starting to tire with those 50 tackles in the opening half, and Bewley breaks clear of the centre. Gave it to Bishop. Back to Bewley. Can he finish off the work? Tumbling kick and goal. And it was enough. 2 goals in a minute for the Devils.
I can't believe he shanked that kick and it still went straight through the middle.
The lead extends further. And I think we were on the money there when we gave an indication that the floodgates may be opening and these Lions, these young Lions, starting to fatigue under the pressure of the Devils. And it's out to a 66-point lead. Foot on the gas here, 7 minutes into this final term.
Coming to Darley Park at any time is a tough assignment. You've won the last 10 here, is that right?
Yeah.
Reigning premiers, young team. They haven't been terrible today. There's been a good contest, but worrying signs at the moment.
Ball up, tap one by Johnson. Douglas did the Sharky. Baker hasn't given up the ghost. The pressure was good and he got it back through traffic. Needs to be quick and he was. Tumbling kick cut off there by Mortlock. Read it well off the boot. Clearing kick to the outer side of the ground and found Fitzgibbon, who made up some good ground to take a mark on the chest. Wasted no time. Right foot kick goes in the George direction. Doing the mopping up there was, might have been Cadman it was. He was dispossessed. It's going to come back. It'll be a free kick to Redan for incorrect disposal against Cadman. And it'll go to the big fella there in green. It'll go short to Fitzgibbon, who's forever providing that little hit-up option for Redan and giving them an out for the most part of the afternoon. He'll go short again to Matthews. So he's bereft of options. Such has been Darley's accountability behind the ball. So he goes wide to Bell. Devils won't mind that. He's a long way from home. So Bell will go short. And, went through the hands of Lee. Just misjudged that, but somehow fell into the hands of Broadbent, who has a pot shot of the goals. Something out of nothing for Redan. And they get one back here at Darley Park. Their first of the term, their 6th of the afternoon. And we're back to a 10-goal ball game. 6-9-45 Redan. Trail Darley 16-9-105. So a good finish there from Broadbent. Gets his first of the day. So it becomes Redan's 6th individual goal kicker. Yet to have a multiple this afternoon. Darley have 3, with Myers has 5. Inglis 3, Wright 2, of course. Wright unsighted after half-time with a leg complaint. Ball up. Tap one by Douglas. Got it towards half-forward. Brody Ward was tackled and taken to the ground there by George. So Darley, well, they'll be without Lee Spiteri next week with that hamstring. You'd hope Wright will be okay because they'll need to bring their bikes next week. They've got Sunbury. Tap one by Beecham. George gathered, but he was tackled, held up there by Adam Azzopardi, who Precious, terrific as a party. Really an underplayer. Baker's been very good. Bewley also. Tap one by Douglas. Bewley again, look at that. Rode the tackle. Gave it to brother Jack. Right foot kick out the Matthews direction. Good little nudge from Wirtz was good. Needs some support. He got some. Through Lee, who went by hand to Broadbent. He kicked the last goal. Right foot kick. Goes forward in the direction there of Green. He couldn't gather. Andy has a party, did the mopping up. Might have been Brett, in fact. Through traffic went Ward. His hand pass was intercepted there by Collins. Chance here for Green. Bailed up, tackled, loose ball. Chance for Collins, but the umpire's picked out a free kick here. It's going to go the way of the Devils. And it'll go to Mitch Ward, who goes with that 45 kick, and it's effective. Found Adam has a party. He'll come wide to Bewley. He just bumps off one into another. Bit of a Dodgem car, isn't he? So it'll be Bewley. Lower the eyes as he presented. Speaking of Adam, the mark was good. Gave it to Baker. Had to be clever, and he was, and got it to Bishop. Tumbling kick on the left boot. Myers presents. Inglis in front, if you don't mind. And Myers was going to run onto the ball, but in the end ended up protecting Inglis from Wirtz, and Inglis was able to take an uncontested chest mark in the end.
Yeah, it was good awareness. It was encouraged by Inglis to run back. Great awareness by Myers just to hold his position, keep the Redan player at bay, and shot at goal for the Devils.
So Inglis will have a shot for goal number 4. He's been an important cog in the Devils' wheel in season 2024. After quite a layoff, returned late last year in games in the reserves before 3 games in the seniors that he culminated in a premiership. So Inglis gets plenty on the kick. Just look at the down heads of Redan. They know it's a goal. It's another one of the Devils. Inglis gets goal number 4 after 3 in the opening term. Darley get goal number 17. Gee, they don't mind hitting the scoreboard, the Devils. I mean, just that game aside, that night game up in on Mars, well, it felt like we were on Mars, when they just managed 5 for the evening in trying conditions. They've really been on their motor in the other 4 games to date. They're 17-9, 111. They lead Redan 6-9, 45. We're back to a 66-point ball game. Douglas at the restart, won that tap. Denham at ground level. Baker just went without it. Rare overrun from him. Adam has a party gathered. Fired the hair pass out to Jack Bewley, who ran to broadcast centre wing. Right foot kick goes in the Myers direction. But Wirtz, who's tried hard all day, took a well-judged mark, and the switch was good. Went lateral to outer side to Fitzgibbon, who's bereft of option. So he went to a tumbling kick to space. Foot race on in earnest. Leading the race for the ball is Ward. Pursued there by Ziggy Lee. Adam, Andy has a party, was terrific. Got around with evasive skills to brother Adam. And his right foot kick with the outside of the boot found Myers. Gee, that was a clever kick from Adam as a party. Crawford kept running, wanted to present, but Myers will go back and give all and sundry, and I speak of Redan as well, a chance to take a breath.
Yeah, it was a clever kick. He just got the ball pretty much back into space, out in front. Billy Myers was in front of Wirtz and had no chance at all.
So it'll be Billy Myers for goal number 6.
Close.
Good. Has he snuck it in? He has 6 goals for Billy Myers. A 6-pack if you don't mind. Darley's 18th of the afternoon. They extend further. 18-9, 117. They lead Redan 6-9, 45. And gee, when they put their foot to the gas, all of a sudden it's 72 points lead.
Yeah, well, 5 goals in the second half to Billy Myers. It's been probably juggernaut, or it's catapulted that score. Brett Bewley's also chimed with a couple, and Inglis, after kicking 3 in the first quarter, got another goal in this quarter as well. So, yeah, big scores.
Douglas with the tap, rare clearance for Redan through Farnsworth, set the ball forward. There's a mark taken there by Green. You go back and have a shot on goal here. From about 45 metres out. So a bit of fatigue you'd be setting in on all these players. These long kicks, they don't get any easier, especially in the second half of a final term here. Let's see how he goes. Shot on goal. Looks pretty good off the boot. Oh, he's hit the post, and not for the first time this afternoon. 3 posters for Green today. So that'll be Brett, normally good by foot out of defence. Went to a 2-on-1 with Bewley. Couldn't hang on to this one. Yes, he is human. Ball level. Ground ball. Bailed up there was Collins, who started well. Hasn't done much in the second half today. Ball up. Tap one by Douglas. He's kept trying. He's been a soldier. Kick out of the congestion. High up and under there from Barnes. Reading it well off the boot there was Matthew Brett. Took a nice chest mark in the end. Made it look easier than what it was. So he looked to weigh up the options. And he'll come wide. Douglas can cut this off. Went through the hands of Beecham. Ground level ball. Opportunity here for Farnsworth. Left foot kick. Tumbling awkward. One at that. The kick was okay. And the mark's been taken there by Bell. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal. Chance to kick his second of the afternoon. In an otherwise quiet day in front of the sticks for Redan this afternoon.
Yeah, well, he opened the scoring for Redan the first quarter, and that was before Darley's onslaught, and he's now kicked another.
Has he snuck it in?
Yep.
He has. Beautiful shot on goal. Set shot is Bell. He doesn't need many opportunities. He gets his second. So he's kicked multiple goals in each of Redan's 4 games this year. He's got 19 for the season, and that's a good return in 5 rounds of footy, Luke.
Oh, it is, and we witnessed it the other week up at City when he played up at Mars, wasn't it? When he played
City Oval, yep.
City Oval against Redan, and he sort of single-handedly kept
Sunbury,
him in the game in the second half against Sunbury that day. So
yeah, that's right.
He's having a good season.
So back at the start, it'll be Green and Beecham. Green won the tap, ground level. Was Farnsworth waiting for it. Just had to stop and prop before he was barred up by Adam Azapati, who's had arguably more tackles than any other Darley player today. Ball up, Green again, won the tap, second effort, knocked it further forward. Chance here for Collins, knocked off the ball there by Denham. Quick hands were good to Ankrum, he got it over towards Andy Azapati. Searching hand pass, got it towards Brody Ward, he gave it to Bewley. Speaking of Brett on this occasion, left foot kick to outer centre wing. Chance here for Johnson, he couldn't take the mark. Adam Azapati waited at ground level, went across the body with the left boot and found Bishop. He swung onto the right boot. Inglis sets himself, he had plenty of it. Wirtz had to leave Myers to impact the contest. Did well, and Redan will get out of trouble here through Kelson with the right foot to Fitzgibbon, who's had plenty of ball today. Short kick to Gunser. He too's had a bit of it. Left foot kick to an open half forward line. Brett at the back got plenty of purchase with the spoil. The shark was good from Fawcett. Hand pass was a little bit dodgy, but Duncan Cadman was up to the task. Tumbling kick into the middle of the ground. Here's an opportunity for Farnsworth. Dispossessed there by Bewley. Shoveled the ball out. Was too quick for Adam Azapati. Loose ball get. Kick towards half forward here for the Lions. Presenting here is Carroll. He can get on the end of this if he can gather cleanly. The pressure was terrific from Brett. First, second, third effort. Whistle imminent. There'll be a ball up on half forward for Redan.
Yeah, great couple of efforts there by Matty Brett. Went once, went twice, then locked the ball in.
Ball up. Be Ankrum and George in the ruck. Baker with strength through traffic. Got it to the wannabe ruckman in Ankrum. He got it to Jack Bewley. Tumbling kick towards centre wing. Went through the hands of Myers. Wirtz did the mopping up. Got it to Matthews. Turned around and went to go to Fitzgibbon, but he looked further away than what he was. Go to Adam Azapati to the Sharky. Myers took a bounce. He just ran he was just going too quick and fell over in the end. Now Matricati laconically just put it up in the air. Poor kick, cut off. And it'll be Kelson who'll come broadcast side for a rare opportunity right in front of us here, Lee, and the mark's been taken by, yep, you guessed it, Lee. So Harry Lee goes along the line, players set themselves. Farnsworth went the spoil on Johnson. Collins tried to keep it in, knocked it to his own advantage, kept running. Oh, and the bump was terrific there from Lahure before the ball spewed over the line for a boundary throw-in, adjacent to the Darley coach's box. 19 minutes gone, final term. Darley lead by 65 points. So they'll sleep well. It's been a pretty physical game, Lee.
Yeah, I think both teams have been hard at the footy. Good spread, good tackling. Yeah, I think you're right. They will sleep well tonight.
Johnson edged Green out of that ruck contest. Chance here for Collins. Searching hand pass back to Kelson and go back to Collins. Squaring kick into the middle of the ground. That was a great kick. And it had to be too. Gunser on his non-preferred will look to get back onto the left, and he did. The kick didn't let him down. The mark's been taken there by Barnes. Will go short to Green. Baker will just run around and man the mark. As Green goes forward into the pocket, meant for George, got him. But his recovery was terrific. Squaring kick towards half forward. They're queuing up here, Redan. Gathered there by Gunsa. High up and under kick. And he loves it. He's put it through. Consolation goal there for Redan. Nearing time on in this final term. Redan adds some more respectability to the scoreline. 8-10-58. They trail Darley 18-9, 117.
In the end, it was a little bit sloppy, the kick back in the middle, but it was a great finish by Gunsa. But Redan's build-up, their ability there to hit a target, hit the target, square up, 25 metre, hit another target up, look for forward, was a lot more precise, a lot more accurate and deliberate. That's what they haven't had during the day today. But great goal. And, what are we, 8 goals, 10, 58, something like that. So, not terrible.
7 goal kickers for Redan. Bell, the only multiple goal scorer. He has 2. Back at the restart. Ground ball. Denham couldn't gather. Barnes could, but he was bowled up by Fawcett and Brett Bewley. And there'll be a ball up. Attacking side of the middle of the ground. So Darley's average home winning margin over their last 10 games, where they won 10 in a row, has been 62. They lead by 59 at the moment. So Lahoure with that rebound, intercept mark, found Denham on the defensive side of the middle of the ground. Cagely with that left boot. Like a nice little chip wedge over towards Crawford, who wasted no time, and the kick was terrific and found Johnson. Gee, looked a bit like Page then, Crawford with that kick. And Johnson found Inglis on the lead. And he played on to Johnson. He just ran away from Gunsa at the end and just chipped it over the top out of the heart for Bishop. Tried to go with the tap to Bewley. Kick across the body from Crawford. And Words did the discipline thing and just got enough touch on it to deny Myers. And it's gone through for a rush behind. So we've got a 10-goal ball game. 18-10 plays 8-10. And that's about right, Leroy.
I think so. Darley was trying to find a shorter option there. Runners probably struggled from that 50-metre line down this end of the ground today, so just couldn't hit up a player a little bit closer to goal.
22 minutes gone, final term. Gunsa brings the ball back into play effectively to Kelson, who went short and found Jess, who's tried hard all day today, the youngster, onto that left boot. Goes along the line. It's a good use of the body there from Barnes onward. So Barnes just chips it over the top. Boy, the target. Presenting in front there was Farnsworth. Couldn't take the mark. Ground ball. Farnsworth again. Said, if you guys don't want to get this ball out of here, I will. And he's still got it. Left foot kick across the body. Only went as far as English, who's pushed back to the defensive 50 and just outpointed Broadbent, who was late at the contest. Short kick from Inglis was okay to Ward. Near 23 minutes gone, final term here. Darley lead by 10 goals. So Ward along the line. Jack Bewley won't quite get to him. Well, it nearly did in the end. Ground ball through traffic. Denham terrific. Bishop dispossessed. Just ran out of space. Second effort, shoveled it out. Had too much on it for Baker. But his effort was terrific there, Baker. Rolled over the footy with Ziggy Lee. And there'll be a ball up. Centre wing, broadcast side. Darley lead by 60. 23 and a half minutes gone. Tap one there by Douglas, only as far as Denham. Who was met there by Collins. And the ball spills over the line for a boundary throw-in. With time to check a score from around the ground before she's all over here at Darley Park. Boundary throw-in. Tap one by Douglas. George the target, couldn't gather. Denham could, but just had it denied by Jess. So Bacchus Marsh leads Sebastopol by 11 goals. Melton leads Ballarat by 13 goals. East Point lead Lake Windaroo by 11 goals. And Sunbury lead North Ballarat by 14 goals.
Wow.
Bewley. The pressure was good from Jess. The rundown tackle was excellent. He was denied by the umpire. Ziggy Lee was then tackled and dispossessed. His second effort was okay. Quick hands got it to Green. Tumbling right foot kick to half forward. Little soccer on the footy there from Boyer. Only went to the advantage of Lahuro. They'll work it out here, the Devils' defence. They so often do through Matthew Brett. And it was a steadying kick to force it. On broadcast centre wing, ran his measure, went in the direction of Johnson, but he was outpointed on that occasion by Douglas, who switched play to the outer side. Right foot kick to half back. Ends up in the hands with Collins, who can just chip it over the top to Farnsworth. That's some encouraging youth in this team, does Redan. As they run onto the right boot and ran away from the pressure, the would-be tackler there in Matt Triccardi, who got it to Collins. He's searching hand pass, was meant for Lee. Farnsworth kept running, got it back to Lee, back to Farnsworth, who got it to Gunsera on his left. Shot on goal across the face. Harton's got it, the youngster. Terrific grab. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal. Deep in time on in this final term. Chance for goal number 2 after that clever kick across the body with the left boot in that third term leg.
Yeah, it was great use of the body there. Really, really strong mark to hold his position, wait for the drop of the ball, and knew exactly where it was going.
Well, he'll be happy with 2 goals against the reigning premier, and he's kicked it straight into the post, has he? He has indeed. He's hit the woodwork.
They've hit that a few times, though, the Redan guys.
Yeah, 4 times. They've hit the pane, and Redan get their 11th behind. That'd be disappointing. That would have been a great finish to a quality grab. Baker gets the kick in from Matthew Brett, and the kick was good from Baker to Myers. Thought he had enough on it. Umpire said no. Chance for short. Got it back to Harton. Sent the kick forward. There's Matthew Brett again. He's basically been the wicket keeper this afternoon for the Devils. The backstop of sorts. Quarterback. Take your pick. Whatever sport. Maybe how about just footy. Fullback.
Yeah, he's been good. I think Redan have helped him out the way they've bombed the ball in there. Definitely made his job a lot easier.
So Brett Bewley comes along broadcast side, the Myers direction. He was held there by Wirtz legally. Through traffic went Denham. Got it over there towards Crawford. He's had a bit of it. How about that for a right foot kick? Presenting well in front there was Johnson. Took a mark on the chest. Can kick it to the advantage of Inglis. He can run onto this and run away from Jess, but he's got some toe, Jess. So Inglis did the right thing and went back to take a breath, take a few seconds off the clock, and a chance to kick his 5th of the afternoon, Lee.
Yeah, Broadbent got sucked up the ground there into the play. He's been his direct opponent since quarter time and had done a pretty good job on him, but that time Harley got over the back, so bit of space, ran onto the ball. He's got a bit of leg speed when he gets going, especially when he gets close to goal, Todd.
Don't we all? Well, our days are gone, but you always did find a yard the closer you got to the white sticks.
True words have never been spoken.
So it'll be Harley Inglis for goal number 5. Kicks on its way, and he makes no mistake. There's a bag, a handful. Take your pick for Harley Inglis. Great performance. 3 in the first term, and he now has 5. What a return for a small forward, Lee.
That's a really, really good return for a small forward. On a good day where marking and, big high marks and, kicks into the forward line are pretty hit up. He's been able to get to the full of the ball. He's been able to take a couple of good marks himself and run with the fly of the ball, and he's finished really well. That's why he's got himself a handful.
It's been a lot of Darley players have a lot of ball today. It's been a high possession game, I think. And Redan have had half a dozen players that have had plenty of it too. None more than this bloke though, Baker. He got it to Bewley. He went wide to Crawford. So Crawford, with that pagey gate, right foot kick in the Myers direction. Caught him between 2, couldn't take the mark. Matthews gathered, quick hand pass over towards Mortlock, who went further afield to a swarm of players around the footy. Mortlock, one of those, the youngster. And it's a bit early for pulling people's pants down, Matt Riccardi.
Well, you talk about possessions. I wouldn't be surprised if Baker, Bewley and Denham were the 3 highest possession getters on the ground almost, Todd.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair call. Ball up. Johnson, Douglas, give it to Douglas. Mortlock, cop one high there from Baker. Umpire said no. Tried hard to... Oh, no, he's paid it in the end. So it'll be Mortlock. Oh, no, it's Gunsa. Gunsa with the short kick. Found Farnsworth, a fellow lefty. Ran onto that favoured left. Awkward looking kick. Cut off there by Andy as a party. Disappointing finish. Can chip it over the top to Billy Myers. We'll go back and have a shot on goal for number 7.
Where'd that come from?
That's right. I mean, here we were talking about Bewley and Baker and Denham and Harley Inglis has kicked 5 and Myers is going back for goal number 7.
It's crept up on us, but he's just been just chipping away at it.
I'll have to chip up on the computer ink for this article, writing all these best players and goal kickers in it. Siren has sounded, has it? Or was that a train?
Hard to tell behind the glass here.
So Myers sets sail, and he's off to the left and through for a minor score. Yep, it must have been the siren, because that is game over here, and a resounding win for Darley. 19-11-125 have defeated Redan, 8-11-59. It's been an 11-goal win. Of course, Darley extend their winning run at home to 11. Their first 10, of course, were coming at an average win of 62 points. And today they've got it done by 66. So it was all set up with a 20-minute domination in that third term from the 10-minute mark till quarter time, where the Devils kicked 8 goals, and that pretty much spelled an end to the game, really. It was pretty much all over at quarter time, and the Devils led by 40, Lee.
Yeah, definitely set the tone for the rest of the game. Redan stuck it out. Their contest was good. They stopped Darley's flow in the second and third quarters, but Darley just had patches of play where they were just too strong up forward and moved the ball too well. But as you said, plenty of teams will come here and get beat by the pretty strong reigning Premier team with a lot of kids in the team. I think they had patches of play where they could be pretty proud of their game. They were happy to bottle the ball up at times. Just their ball use moving forward didn't create enough quality chances for them to kick a big enough score to win the game, that's all.
Yeah, they just lacked a bit of polish, I thought, Lee. But, they're a work in progress. What we'll do, we'll have a look at the goal scorers from you before we just acknowledge a couple of the better players before we say good afternoon.
Right, goal scorers for Darley. Adam Azapati with 1, Bishop with 1, Myers with 6, 5 of them coming in the second half. Wright with 2 in the first half before going off injured. We're told it's just a corky, should be fine. Bewley with 3, Inglis with 5, and Johnson with 1. For Redan, Gunser, Broadbent, Arden, Carroll, George, McNamara, 1 all, and Bell, the multiple goal kicker, with 2.
Well, it's been some big results. There hasn't been one game decided in the Ballarat League this afternoon by less than 60 points. So if Redan are going to hang their head on anything this afternoon, it'll be because they were in the closest game of the day. Darley won by 60 points. Well, 66 in the end. 19-11-125 to Redan, 8-11-59. Melton is 76 points up on Ballarat. East Point 65 points up on the Lakers. Sunbury 86 points up on Melton. And Bacchus Marsh 66 points up on Sebastopol. That's some serious numbers going on, and I'm not sure how good that is for the benefit of the competition, Lee, but North Ballarat will no doubt have some excuses, but that aside, it looks like it looks like we're down to a race in 5 for the title this year. I speak of Melton, who keep taking all before them. The reigning premiers, Darley, of course. Sunbury with a big win over North Ballarat. And, of course, North are still in the mix. You'll hear about what happened there during the week. And Sunbury have thrown their hat in the ring with a big 86-point win at this stage over North Ballarat. But there were plenty of good players for both sides. I'll just rip through a couple here for Darley in no particular order. Brett Bewley, Matt Denham, Lee Spiteri went off with a hamstring. Luther Baker, terrific. Billy Myers kicked 6 goals. Harley Inglis, 5 goals, so you can't leave those out of the discussion. Brady Wright, of course, with a corky. Joel Cadman to come back into the side. Of course, he missed today. Zane Lahoure kept Marty Boyer goalless, and that was probably, and Matty Brett was terrific across half-back, so that was probably the pick of the crop out of the Devils. Whilst for Redan, again, in no particular order, they had plenty of tries, and they all showed glimpses. In number order, Mortlock, he tried hard under the pump in the back half for an under-17 contributor. Fitzgibbon, he presented and gave... He gave Redan an option in between the arcs. Rory Gunser on the left boot. It was trusty all day. Lockie George in the first half was solid. Farnsworth, well, he had a bit of an almost game, but again, an under-19 player on the up. Boyer was quiet, held goalless by Lahoure. Jacob Wirtz was up against it against Billy Myers, but Myers could have kicked 8, but Wirtz, we'll pencil him in for denying Myers another 3. Bell was pretty quiet. He finished with 2 goals. Ziggy Lee he was pretty quiet too. But on the whole, I was pretty impressed with Billy Douglas, who toiled manfully in the ruck. But it was all Darley, really, in the end. They led by 40 at quarter time. 40 at half-time pretty much, and extended after half-time to win by 66. Billy Myers with 6 goals, Harley Inglis with 5, and Devils midfield got it done. Bewley, Baker and Denham, and Matty Brett down back. That's it in a nutshell from Darley Park. We trust that you enjoyed the vision via the Red Onion Pictures, via the BFNL Match Setter, and we look forward to your company again next week. So stay tuned to the digital platforms to find out where we're off to next week. And we trust that you enjoy your weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all.